we are back. Right now, let's do the standings, right?
Do it.
Do you remember who won the last week?
I do. How can we not?
The Legends.
How can we not remember who won the last week? Last week was won by Bait Academy, guys. 2-1 games.
Exactly. And we were talking about the Bait Academy with Sid before after we opened the stream, and I wanted to know what do you think about their lineup? Why they are performing as they are? What's happening? Are everyone else bad, or they are just that good?
Let's say I wouldn't say everybody's bad. I think the level of competition right now is really high. The game has been out for it's been 2 years, almost more than 2 years right now. With all the betas and alphas and all this stuff, it's been more than 2 years. People actually, even though like the average level of the gamers have lifted themselves. Obviously, people who play competitive, they play way more competitive tournaments like GLL, all this other stuff, and. That's what I would say. It's not that Beta Academy are so on top of everybody else. Obviously, the players, Cloudtail and Ixquiz, they have this background of competitive PUBG on the highest level that we can imagine.
We have seen them before, and we see them this year as well, performing a better and better game as well. A really interesting as well is to see the Bait Academy to be the first, but as well the division be in the second place.
Well, it's not surprising for me, even though maybe last year we saw them. They finished fourth last season of the BESL season 2. I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say that's why I expect them to be in top 3 at this year as well.
Well, I was expecting a one different team, but let's not jump further.
Well, let's not obviously jump further, guys. It's still, you have to remember, it's the first week of the games. There's only have been passed. There's 6 more long weeks to play.
I hope everyone else is seeing the same scores as we do. Right now, let's switch to that. If not, and let's look at the standings. In the first place, as we talked, we have the Bait Academy. In the second place, we have the division. In the third, we have Esipirmais. In the fourth, Aggressive Pro. And in the fifth, Nordic Goblins. What really stands out are this point system, how it has shifted from the last year. And you were the one talking about that before in a break in the lounge room, all right?
In the lounge room. We were actually talking about the point system. As myself, obviously, I see a huge difference between points in this year's season of PUBG. As we count the points, if you're not aware yet, then we count 1 point per kill, and then obviously 10 points per first place, and then just go down from there.
And that's correct. Everyone at home, those who missed the last week, they have 43 kills in 4 games.
Exactly.
That's what they are averaging right now, 11 kills per game.
On average, that's a lot.
A lot of teams don't have that. In a first top 8.
And that's what I was talking about, that if we look at the last year's standings and how you could get points by just winning in placements, a lot more. It was a bit easier for teams to get points just on placements. For example, if you finish third, second, or first, obviously you would get a lot more points than you would get for the kills. And this season we see a big difference than even with just 10 kills. No, I'm just saying just 10 kills.
Yeah, just 10 kills, because now a lot of things have changed. Yeah,
a lot. It's still a lot to get 10 kills per game, but you can still manage to get 10 kills, finish 5th, and get the same amount of points, for example, what team number 2 gets.
A really big surprise for me were the third place holders right now, Esipirmais eSports.
Well,
I didn't know them. Like beforehand, before this first week what we had, I didn't know any one of those players, and I didn't know where they're going to be standing. They had really good zone control. All the positions where they took on the map where they can just stand and shoot.
And
they didn't have to move.
Shoot.
And
that's
they know
the best
how to
thing.
shoot. Yeah,
they know how to shoot.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the last game, I still remember how goals went off with the AWM, and it was a great to see. I love to see new teams. They bring the new blood, new. People don't know them, and I think it works out well for them.
And the other half of the standings right now are as follows. We have in the 9th and 8th position, Praise the Lord, and Team G in the 11th place. That's The
Well,
biggest
that's a
surprise
surprise in a
of the
minute.
last week, the P9 and 12, we have Jor. In the 13 and 14, we have Dator Pasol and Garlicola. In the 15 and 16, we have Artops and Totally Spies. And
Well, the Totally
before,
Spies were the team that you were talking that you are surprised. You were expecting more from them.
yeah, I looked at the names and I thought that I have seen few of
All
them,
right.
and they all just died off. What happened?
And you were so happy that they get a couple of kills per
Yeah.
games.
What I want is for us both to do a wager. Remember we talked about that
All right.
after
We did.
last week. We talked about let's do some interesting wager from our
Let's do
side.
it a bit different than usual.
Yeah, we have in the CS:GO. They try to predict who's going to be winning or which team's going to be in the higher position or something like that. But right now I have a different idea. Who's going to be in the lower side of points? Who's going to be losing the bracket? Who's going to be in the
Well, that's by the end of the
16th
season.
place?
That's by the end of the season.
End of the
The end
season.
of the season.
End
So
of the
that's 6
season.
more weeks.
6 more weeks. But we have to call them out now.
Okay, we will.
Who's
ready?
who's your favorite or
Let's,
anti-favorite? I don't know.
Let's do it. Let's do like who's gonna pick first?
I'm
Or
gonna
maybe
pick first.
we have to pick.
I'm gonna take my Totally Spies.
You go with Totally
I'm
Spies
going
going last.
I'm going with Totally Spies.
All right.
Not because they're last now, but they kind of pooped on my idea that they're gonna be good.
I actually wanted to not to go with. Actually, wanted to do the same pick that you did, but at this point, even though I was against going for any Latvian teams as Latvian myself, but unfortunately I have to do it. And I will go with Dator Pasal going as last.
No,
I will.
No.
even though
with the
if you-
sponsors.
though-
No,
even though I love Dator Pasal with all my heart, but just
Ah.
I do not want to do these challenges. You know, I do not want to do these challenges that you have already in your mind. I can imagine the stuff you would offer me to do if I lose.
Yeah.
So I'm going with them. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me.
Yeah. All right, right now we have 40 seconds and the airline's going to be going out. We are ready for the game number 1 for your favorite map, as I understand.
I actually prefer Miramar more.
No, but what?
I said both.
No.
Erangel. Did I say
La-
Erangel?
What
Well,
are you
I like
saying?
I like it as a. I love Erangel more as a spectator.
Well,
That's what I
make your
said.
mind, all right?
But Miramar more as a player, because I don't love these snakes all
Yeah.
around the map.
With all the teams on a paper, let's go for the next game, and I'm really excited as well. And I think this is gonna be really crazy, and I hope. Like I was talking with the Cloudtail beforehand,
Okay.
and he said, and X-Chris as well. They said they're gonna be destroying. They
Well-
they feel this game.
Let's see what happens in this game.
Right now, airplane I think gonna be default, and right now I think the teams on a paper are ready to jump down, and I think it's gonna be the same. So let's go.
Well, we already see first teams landing down right now. We see Dadar Paso going for Primorsk. Then we see Kivish and Armans going for south of Georgia. I don't see anybody right now flying to north of Georgia. South of Georgia is taken by P9, which was already saw in the first week. Actually, it seems like X-Chris's team Beta Academy has switched the position once again. The last week we saw them landing both in Sosnovka Island and Novo, and then the first game I think they took the part of Hospital and kind of part of South George. Everybody else, actually, first game right now, we don't see anybody else in Pochinki except Nordic Goblins, so that's the only team right now in Nordic Goblins in Pochinki all by themselves, so no more fights there going on like we saw first week.
I think they learned that this is not the place for them to fight for and to try to survive, as well. I hope it goes for the P9 as well. They will stop doing the aggressive plays and start slowly pushing in and slowly going for the zone. Otherwise, Bait Academy is going for them. They're going to find them.
Well, Bait Academy is actually, I think, by all the looks, what they are doing right now, they just loot the first houses here down next to Ferry Pier. But I'm doubting that they will actually loot Ferry Pier, even though the zone is really, really good for them. So they don't actually need to move. But I'm pretty sure they're already finding a car. If we have a look at some nice, yeah, some some noise making, some horning there, and I'm pretty sure they're going down all the way down to military base, which is untaken.
And they know the intel, like really smart play from the Bait Academy right now. They knew that no one else is going there, and they're just going for the cruise, get the loot and go back. And even like look at the first loot, what he has.
They already had some loot.
He's going already with the Car 98.
Yes, and Mr. Nice there in front has. Pretty sure, and well, weapons. Everybody has weapons, pretty much.
I think they're ready to slaughter. So
that's why I love competitive.
But until that happens, let's look at where the teams are. The P9 are where they are usually down in the George Bowl. In the Gatka, we have the team Aggressive but supported. That's the usual spot for them, and they have scattered around the Gatka, as I said. And as well, we have Ensure somewhere close down to the Gatka side, and as close to them, we have somewhere around the Quarry side, the Team 16, those are Team G. At the Watertown and Rozhnok, we have the Team 7, those are Galikol and the Rozhnok in the Watertown, and a little bit down in the forest side, we have Artops, the Team 17. Ponchinki, we have the teams Nordic Goblin as well, and first time alone, as you said.
First time alone.
Really interesting to see that.
That's what I love to see in the early game. We have a look around. Everybody's pretty scattered. We don't only see 57 people alive, even though we should start with 64. So there's a couple of people missing.
It's an early morning, all right.
It's indeed.
As well, we can't give more points or less if you're playing 2 or 1 or 4 in the squad.
Yeah,
it's like
still
life's hard.
It is.
Next time's gonna be better, right?
Maybe some point denying, but
buy better internet. I don't know. Like I have heard a lot of like ways why people are not attending to a tournament or something. Not particularly to the BSL, but before that, I remember one of the days where I had to play the European like the qualifiers for European finals, and my mother took the cable. That's it. I couldn't play.
Well.
I've been there. I know the pain.
Well, actually, we have a first drop dropping down as well, which is going all the way down to actually Team P9. Actually, if they see this drop, if they heard the plane going next, it's MK14 with 8x scope and third loot, which is a really strong weapon to have.
If a general takes that in his hands, like I know how good he is with MK14. I have seen him shoot, and as well, if
it's actually
you're showing Froggy as well.
Yeah, Froggy actually is aware of that. He sees the drop flying in. And what we didn't mention, we didn't talk about any lineups in the start of this week. Actually, we see that Froggy has replaced Korm with another week, which happened last week.
But he's really good.
Like shooting without,
without any bias to him, I have seen him shoot. And I was looking through the last week's stream what we had just to learn from a few mistakes or other things there. And I saw that he's really precise.
Yeah, he's looked at the shooting that we saw from him last week. It was only one game that we saw him do anything. It was obviously the first game of the morning as well. But good stuff from him there on shooting. Actually, Armans gets already a knock onto the Senk. Actually, a kill. Sorry, a kill.
Pow! Yeah. And right now, Vicious, we are looking at the fight. Vicious versus the favorites, and Vicious gets him down. So those are two teams. That's Team 10 and Shore right now fighting a little bit with Dator Prosol, your favorites.
Well, my favorites. Not from the good end of the
really good. If they die.
Yeah, Arman's actually seeing the rest of the team.
Yeah, with the team 16.
Sure, yeah. Is it Team 16?
I think Team 16, Team G, yeah. Could be. Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
And
it's actually, while we'll talk about that, actually, favorites is Latin is picking up his teammate favorites. And let's see, it's only the issue here is Vicious is only 2 of them, him and Gora, are the 2 guys. Actually, a nice nade coming in here. Maybe
that
could
can
be
change
getting a
everything.
kill. Well, Nate flies too far away, so he doesn't get anything. Nate flies next to the house. He actually blows up the car here. Let's see. It's 2 members. Favorite and Latvia. It's here. Gora is actually getting in. Let's see. Roxy actually gets. It's actually Roxy God who gets the knock on Vicious and finishes him up as well.
Where
so
is he?
There's only Gora left, and Gora is finishing up Latvia and trying to shoot out Favorite as well, and he actually gets him.
And Zikis?
And that's
where
team
the hell
number 10 and that's team number and Shore is down because they only started with 2 members of their team.
And from down below we have Tickis sniping
Tickis,
down General.
Yeah, he already got the knock on General. If we have a look, Ignis and Tickis has the radio tower here next to no, not far away from Gatka and obviously all these places. But yeah, Gore
And
actually
still
gets
fights
power
are
rates
going.
as well. Gore even went down, but he still got the kill on power rate.
Yeah.
So that's 2 members of Dator Pasal like are well out.
Really,
Even
really.
though they are both dead, they did manage to secure 2 points. And we see Roxy got with 2 kills as well.
I really wanted to say that really interesting start of this game. A lot of action happening wherever we are looking around.
Yeah, a lot of action in the first 8 minutes of the game, and we can see Donk is already fighting with some members as well.
Ooh, almost a headshot down there. No damage done, but he gets the tires of the vehicle, so that means the Farek will be really, really iffy to get him away. He gets dinged twice, so that means he's on a half HP.
Well, Armand is fine as well, a member of, team number 6, which we were talking about before. Roxy got with 2 kills, Armand's with 1 kill, which you saw earlier in the game, where he killed your favorite nickname in this whole tournament, Senka Papao.
Yeah. And Tinkis gets a really good shots down to the Armands. We saw that Armands missed everything, but Tinkis from that huge range gets 2 really precise hits with the number 3.
With
no,
the 3
that's not
scope.
Tinkis. That's not Tinkis. That's Ignis.
That's Ignis, but it's both. I think both of them are shooting with 3 times scopes. Actually, no. I'm lying because we see the 4 times scope.
Well, still in that range with the 4x to hit.
Armand is looking with 8 times and he can't hit his shots.
2 hits straight on.
And actually gets another hit from Sikis. So Armand is pretty much losing his armor with all these hits. I'm not really sure if Armand is happy about that, getting all these hits, you know. You can take only so much hits will you stay. And this is not the place where you want to be without armor, obviously.
An interesting play, and they are all showing their dominance as well. We have just few people still arriving through the zone. Well, that's going to take a bit more time of them. But the teams that haven't fought yet in this battle, we have the Team 11 fighting Team 14. Those are Praise the Lord and Cable Knights.
Cable Knights.
Only one knock
looks
there.
Like Hanky's coming in. Actually, he didn't even finish off the member of Cable Knights. Now he's gonna do it. So that's some easy points for them there. And I think the rest of Cable Knights, they are just rolling it. They understood they couldn't get Coffeinus up, and he's dead and gone from this game. We have this next zone shifted as well.
Really close one. A lot of people are close by. If they start picking up the fights, that's going to mean a lot of people are going to be nearby and starting to reply with some bullets in your head as well.
Well, Roxy showing some driving skills right here. You know, we see with that
the
bike.
hardcore parking.
Very good play by him. Obviously, want to save that bike because bike is the best vehicle you can have. You know, at all times. Actually, at this point, I really do love how Team P9 has split it up. I do love to see this split up between 2 and 2. You know, they are not sitting in the same position. All 4 of them. Really good positions by both duos of Team P9.
What I'm seeing down below at the map, there's teams trying to find wherever they can go, like Blue Star from Team.
Actually, Blue Star is gonna meet some members.
From Nordic Goblins, he tries to find a place,
a
shack for him to stay for, and there's a lot of people down around him, and it looks like he's going to be taken out soon as well. There are only 2 of them there, but they are 2 versus 4, and that battle we already know how could that go.
Well, definitely, and as we see 4 members of team. Actually, one of them already goes down by
Take my words back. Mafu gets a knockdown.
Gets a knock, and actually Hitas gets a knock on the off screen on General as well. And actually Mafu gets knocked while he knocks Estopy as well. That's a lot of nade changes right
for
here.
The nade, and now they're trying to pick everyone up and running.
Well, he got into really safe position right here. While he was getting, I think he actually got knocked down while he was getting inside a window.
Yeah,
that's a pretty nasty nade to receive, but he's gets picked up.
At least he got in, and now he's.
And it's actually we see Bait Academy joining in on this fight as well. So that's Paharet.
You smell it?
Oh, we gotta have some cooking in here. Yeah, they are ready to fight because we see 3 of them. That boy actually gets a knock on Estonia as well. Actually, he gets another knock on GG. Vishka.
Yeah, the totally spies are dying faster than your team, the Dator Puzzle.
Indeed they are.
Go spies, die out.
So yeah, he's still trying to find some kills. Actually, they are both split it up a lot. We see Deathborn is all by himself in Gatkill, and Roxy's far away. So if Deathborn gets knocked, obviously he's dead. He's dead and gone at that point.
Well, I think he's too far for them to be picking him up.
Well,
or,
they got
I
the
take
hit.
my words
GG
back.
Veshka, yeah, they got the GG Veshka back up on his feet. Obviously, they do know where the member of that what Deaththorn is, and
Yeah.
they do have advantage. And actually, while I talk about that,
good free fire there knocks him down.
That's him
and
dead as well, because there's no way that Roxy can save him from the position where he is right now.
well,
Actually, they're searching for him inside the
he
shack.
almost, he almost got naded by the teammate, you know.
Yeah, well, they're still searching because we see way more through the smoke. Obviously, for the team that is playing for all the
And now
UV
he's
users,
off the hunt.
they think it's he's inside the smoke. Obviously, he's crawled away. But even with all that, I still think that that one should be going down. In
Really smart play. Even if he dies out right now, he's
yeah,
buying a
Ziggler
lot
is
of time. You know,
Ziggler's find him.
otherwise he would just knock him out, loot all the loot what they have, and that's it.
Well, while we talk about that, actually, it looks like the Team Beta Academy has rotated away from the position where they were with the SWAT teams. And now Team Daro Puzzle, with 2 members alive, are still trying to land some shots onto the cars going past them. Team number 7 actually looks like they found a really good position. Garlic Cola.
Yep.
Not the best week they had last week, but this week I would say they had really good position right here where they are right now.
Looking at the start zone what we had, I wouldn't say the team looked good.
While we talk about that, obviously,
He
Kiwish
stops
gets a
my
nice,
talking,
yeah.
knocks down the Sexton and kills as well, because the instant kill from the car, that's how it goes. What I wanted to say that at the start of the game when we looked at the zone, I wouldn't expect that the hotspot's going to be like Gatka and those little houses down in the middle of nowhere, but like the big cities, what we usually have. But right now, looking at this and seeing all this action happening,
this is one of the best zones that we could imagine. Actually, zone has switched again, and it's really centered right now.
Yeah.
If we have a look at it, a lot of teams, well, pretty much every team is already inside of it. So well, let's see.
no loners still in zone. Yeah.
Nope, nobody's outside the zone. Everybody's pretty much in. We only see just one team, which is team number 8, still outside. While we talk about that. She just gets knocked by Froggy. Actually, I think it was knocked. Yeah, it was a knock by Froggy.
Yeah.
By a really
they were
nice
trying
car
to
shot.
blow up the car, and while they were shooting at the car, they had M24 somewhere in the longer distance shooting
Actually,
at them.
while we talk about that, Kiwish is still landing some shots. Actually, it's
They have no idea.
The only member hit us. He has look. It's a good thing he has a building where he can obviously pick his teammate up.
But if the zone shifts away from them, there's no going out, because as we can see, Froggy is just trying to scope them out, and he won't let them go. Like, that's
we
it.
Still see it's
those houses are the graveyard now.
Well, I still see really good positioning from both Team P9, both duos, which were they took really early positioning down from South Georgia. Now they are just sitting in those places. They haven't rotated anywhere away. While we talk about that, Fonz actually and his teammate are finding a knock on New River. New River actually gets knocked next to the house as well.
And really interesting as well, while we look at the drop, MK14 as well, another one in this game. And what is interesting is that before the game I said P9 has to go a bit passive, don't do the aggressive strats and stuff like that. But they destroyed all my thinking. Well, they are doing the aggressive strats, and even 2 teams. Like they split up.
I would never expect them to play passive style. What I expect from P9 is the only thing what I expect from them is for them to try to kill. Actually, we'll have a big fight going on here. Supit against that's Team Division against Team Praise the Lord.
1, 2,
yeah,
3.
that's the whole team down. Hanky and Ruby goes down to Supit, and then Zickles from Gatka actually with a nice M24 shot finishes up Team Praise the Lord. That's team number 15 out.
Yeah, that's the 15th team in the game. So we have 15, almost 16 minutes in the game. We have 14 team left and 43 members alive. Well, this is really early morning.
While we talked about this game right here, actually, Flabber gets a knock on Fonz again, so I'm pretty sure he's going to get picked up.
Look good for Flabber. I haven't seen him shooting.
Actually, while we talked about that, actually, that drop that we talked about, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to loot it from Team P9 because it's basically next to them. As we see General already sees it. I'm just trying to get some shots, obviously, onto Team AC Pyramids before they will try to rotate away. Actually, the Cloudtail gets knocked off.
Yeah, by a member from Garlic, all of the P5. He gets, unfortunately, unfortunately knocked down, but it looks like he's being
So
picked up at this moment.
And then we see Gigi Vechka gets knocked for the second time, I think, and killed as well near Gatka area.
If you look at this battle, we have really aggressive play by the Razy, and the whole other team of his is around the house, and they're just.
We see. Let's see what happens. Though
He's swearing. He's waiting. The trigger finger.
Second scope. Well, Cloudtail gets picked up, so that's all good for them. At least they didn't lose a member. I'm not seeing Express actually anywhere. No, he's still.
He is somewhere. Oh, he's in the back. He's looking at the back. He's doing the strategic dart.
If you die, obviously, yeah. For all of you,
don't die from behind. That's what you have to learn in the PUBG. Always check who's in.
Well, they
behind.
are both still in the same building, Razy and Phoenix. Obviously, looks like Razy's really looking forward to actually.
He wants to push it,
but it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like he knows. Okay, yeah, he knows. Obviously, he tried to pre-fire the angle if he the member of.
While
he was still there.
Yeah, well, and while sorry.
I'm believing in Razy. I'm believing in Razy. Actually, if you see at this play, tries to throws a Molotov so nobody comes up. But Mr. Knight just went off. And actually, X-Ray has got a kill on Phoenix, so that's team number 6 out as well.
Almost
number 14.
out. I think one member is still alive somewhere, but yeah, this battle is over for them in these houses. What they did, they all
still one member here.
Yeah, they all were concentrating to this one guy in the house.
Yeah, I think,
and that was the mistake. They were waiting for him, and he couldn't lean out and do anything in that little shed. And everyone else,
very well played by
and everyone else was playing around that one guy. And in that moment, that's where the Bait Academy came in and found everyone else waiting and just mowed them down. And there's no more of them.
And actually, what we talked about that, even though I said that they are not out yet, Mr. Knight finds the kill on Doncast.
No, there's no running from Bait Academy.
That means the whole team is dead and out.
They can smell you through the map, through the terrain.
While we talk about that, Razy gets another knock, and then team number Dapper Puzzle out as well in team place number 12. So that's, I'm not sure if Team Total Spies are out, but Dapper Puzzle's definitely out.
Oh.
It's a nice nade coming in from Paharet onto the New River, so that's a fight going on. Actually finishes him off as well.
Well, looks like a really unfortunate moment for the team division right now. If
it
has to peek down, and that's what he does.
That's what he does. Yeah, that's what it is. Paharet just went to kill Slapper. Well, when we talk about that, actually, while they were fighting, and team Northern Goblins actually finishes up team 13.
13. That's
your. Yeah, I'll still have to remember these names. I guess by the
slowly.
By the next week we'll already get them.
After 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to be dreaming about these names.
Oh, indeed. As we see, we do see zone has shifted again, and it's a bit more further away from Team P9. But by all the looks of it, Shinas and Hinas actually is going to meet Team P9 at this point. Let's see what happens here.
In your prediction, who wins this fight?
Well, obviously,
they
Team
have
P9
the house.
has Team P9 has 4 members, but these guys have the house. It's not always the best thing to have right now. Yeah, the zone is moving, so let's see how passive or aggressive they will play this.
Ooh, he's baiting in. He's playing the long game. He's waiting out.
Well, they heard the steps, and I think they're playing. Yeah, they're playing very, very passive. I'm not sure if this is the right call.
But they don't know that they went
down
by.
from the fall.
Yep. That's my team,
that's
Total Spies.
Yeah, goes down in place number 9.
He goes for a suicide run.
This is I'm looking forward for Team P9 to check their back and actually look like Froggy is, and Froggy actually gets a knock on Shinas. Let's see if his team actually helps him, but he's Hitters just goes down from the zone, so Froggy can be picked up. Actually, that's what they will do. So that's
so unfortunate.
That's Team 14 actually.
Cable Knights are
they
out.
went out in team place
so
number 8.
Unfortunate for him. He was starting to do the fight in the zone still, and he couldn't make it out while he was fighting. He got the knock. That was really good for his team, but unfortunately the Cable Knights
while we actually talk about that, TMG actually rotates in as well, but Armand comes up with 2 huge kills, and that's Team TMG.
The Team G is out.
TMG's out as well by Armand. Both kills goes to him. So this is the P9 that I'm looking for.
So in the first minute, we have only 6 teams and 18 people alive on this map. And right now, as we can see, we have Team Bait Academy still holding those little houses. And,
well, Team
5
Atropos,
teams
while we
now.
talked about that, Team Atropos actually got Team Nordic Goblins, the last member of Nordic Goblins, Blue Star as well. It's still 3 kills by Team Atropos. I think it was place 15 after this first week of the games. So in this game already, at least minimum of 5th place they will finish up.
That's really good for them.
Really
right now, it's a battle for the points.
But what I do love to see is we still have a lot of teams in full lineups. We see full lineups if we have a look at the survivors in this. Okay, we still see full lineup of SC Pyramids, full lineup of Bait Academy, full lineup of P9, and then just
talking about the SC Pyramids eSports right now, they're going to be meeting their maker
Atropos. I love to say Atropos. I don't know why, but it's just like. Well, it should be a good fight here. Actually, I'm not a fan of a position that Atropos.
I think it's Atrops, but
Atropos. Okay, I'll say Atropos.
Change your name, all right? We know it right.
I love Atropos. I think it's, one-eyed monster Atropos. He was a god or something. I'm not really sure. A nice push from EP coming in, but they are playing a bit passive. They're not so confident about
no
this
kills
push.
for them.
No kills for them. Yeah, they really had, like you said at the start of the stream, good positionings. Not that good of a, everything else. Well, kill-wise, what I mean right now is, but they are closing in. They are closing in. Ghost actually saw a member. Ghost goes down to 7 HP. Just one more hit and he's knocked. He actually gets knocked by Gocha. So that's situation 3 versus 3. Let's see how Gocha plays this. Situation here actually was while Gocha is pushing the other members of this team.
Why are you jumping?
I'm not really sure about his jump as well. He's trying to check, but at this position, the jumping is not helping him out. And while he was jumping around, that's all of the team Atrops gone and done.
What I want to say is that really good way of them playing this battle out while everyone else was fighting the Ghost or Tiltmaster, I don't know which one of those two, were just going around and trying to focus from the behind as well.
Well, imagine this. Actually, it looks like Team P9 actually has gotten into middle of the zone. So it looks like he actually might meet Bait Academy right now. So that's the duel that I really, really want to see. Actually, yeah, give it hit. Straight down, almost gets X-Chris, but X-Chris gets alive.
I think
just one hit. One hit is only, and yeah, they should know.
He knows that those are the Bait Academy.
Definitely.
Right now,
well, I'm not a fan what position where Team Bait Academy is right now. Even talking about that, actually, Armand is all by himself. That's a lot of fights. He's gonna go up down. We see Pyramids actually goes a bit more out. Armand at this position is actually dead. Yeah, he gets finished up by Mr. Knight.
Yeah, you called it out a few seconds before.
Yeah, he's soloing, and I'm not a fan. Actually, Froggy actually gets a spray transfer. Really nice shooting by Froggy. 98
down, Tiltmaster's down.
Really
but Tiltmaster,
nice.
while the fight is happening, gets down to Froggy as well. This fight's shifting all over.
Let's see
3 teams fighting
actually
each other.
Gets these kills. Generally still looking. Yeah, he actually gonna finish them up. Good job. Well, he sees the smoke in front of him. Obviously, we see way more through it than they do. He's gonna get both of these kills. So that's some nice points. 7 kills coming in for Team P9 in this game already.
But
coming back
with 8 kills, we have the Bait Academy right now still leading with the kills. In their side, he hears the.
Looks like Ixers, yeah, he's gonna actually find Cloudtail finishes
one
up
made
the
and that's it, but he has
some nice shots by M24 there. And they do hear team goes. Team SC Pyramids goes actually is heard by Ixers. Let's see, actually team SC Pyramids
gets baited by Madkid,
and he finishes him off. So that means Bait Academy is all down to just 3 players.
So unfortunate play for him. He's right now in this little Harry building, and if
actually,
a nade goes in,
about
that's
that, there's a VP Thunder just all by himself, knocking off Froggy, and he didn't expect. But there's Razy with a huge nade on goes. Thunder finishes off Froggy, and General's all by himself. What happened with P9?
They got chicken sandwiched.
Wow.
I
wouldn't really sure that
they were in the middle of nowhere. They were starting to pick up the fights left and right, and in that moment they got picked from behind and in the front as well. As we looked, we had the team Figaro 5, only 1 member alive, but he's still just being on a field, waiting for the action, and in the right moment he moved up, slaughtered, I think, 2 members from the P9.
Three teams alive. That's one member of team number 8, which is Figure 05. Yeah, Figure 05. And then we have P9 General Orgasm and 3 members of Beta Academy. Obviously, it's their game to win. Let's see how this turns out. We saw some surprise, but actually looks like all of team Beta Academy is pushing them.
They're going to be running over. I think really smart play from the Beta Academy. They're just gathering.
Yeah, they
and
know.
being
They see
three.
the people. They see how many people are alive. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they saw the kill feed as well, because that's one of the important things. And they find General, and that's Team P9 out in place number 3.
Well, it's better than last week.
Definitely better. But I'm still not happy with this.
Oh, and he shoots, and that's it for him. I think.
Yeah, he knows. He knows he's all by himself.
Good damage.
Good damage, obviously. And now he's just gonna try maybe. Oh, he actually gets a drop next to him. Might have. That he loots it.
I don't know.
Not really sure.
In this moment, it's all about like, well, loot it. You know, why not?
Well,
for the
yeah,
good
obviously,
measures.
you know.
Get the level 3, shine off.
They are pretty far away, and it looks like that's what he's gonna do. You know, imagine AVM in it.
AVM could change a lot of things for him. Like
well,
in this last battle, he gets
armor.
a headshot. But well, to be honest, I don't put a lot of my money on him.
Well,
that's it.
I'm expecting for him to get at least a knock. Give me a knock, and I'll be happy with you.
At least one.
Well, he's as a solo man, just actually, ruined the chances of P9 getting any place higher.
Well, one more point to him, all right?
Yeah. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Now with this aim,
like it's gonna happen,
missing,
and that's
missing, and missing, and that's not what you do in the last moments. Well, Team Figure 05 in the second position, but in the first, as we saw, we had the Beta Academy.
Beta Academy, again, with 13 kills and a win.
No surprises.
A lot of points
no
for
surprises there. Really well played by them. And if we look at the score, Razy got 5 kills. We had Mr. Knight with 5 kills as well. Cloudtail
so actually,
with 2
of the newcomers for their team. Well, if we count, the Dextrous and Cloudtail played for last season together. So Razy and Mr. Nice are coming in fresh.
Yep, really
putting
well
up
played.
a show. Really good.
Well played.
Well, team number 3, position number 3, as we said, P9, Armas with 3 kills. They did manage to score some kills altogether, 7 kills altogether, so that's not bad in place number 3. Some points they obviously will go up in the bracket right now. Place number 4, unfortunate, well played, good positioning,
fortunate. I wanna give a bit of props to SCP eSports, because right now they're playing the metagame as they're trying to survive until the end game.
Can.
Yeah. It gives a bit of points. That's how you secure the 4th position, and that's how you secure a place for a land
What I would love to see
say.
that they played against the team of Athrops.
Yeah,
a bit more aggressive at that point.
Yeah,
when they were in the Harry Potter.
Yeah, in the Harry Potter building.
Harry Potter building.
They played it really wise. Like, all props to them. Where one person was baiting in the team, and then another guy was running around. One got knocked, but then other guy, well, really good execute. And then even one of them baited in the X-Chris in the final battle in that building as well.
Well, we finished the top 10. Let's finish it up really fast. That's Nordic Goblins in place number 6 with 3 kills. Then we have Team TMG in place number 7. Team number 8. That's not really. That's Cable Knights. Sorry, that's Cable Knights in place number 8. And well, your team, your favorite, if we call them, Total Spies, team number 9. And then your finishes up with 10th place in this first game of week 2.
And just a quick reminder, why are we calling them our teams and your teams? It's because we put a little bit of wager on the on those 2 teams, as he says that the Dator Puzzle are going to be the last team of the PUBG all the weeks, and I'm saying that that's going to be totally Spies.
Well, my prediction in the first game at least paid off.
Yeah, and who
we
wins?
We only done the one game.
Oh, we didn't say who wins and who does what. Well, if he wins, I'm taking him out for a steak dinner or something like that. But if I win, he's putting me in a drift car or something like that.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. And we have the total standings. We have total standings of the first game, and that is obviously after 5 games that we have played all together. Beta Academy still number 1.
Yep, that's correct. There have not been shifting in that matter.
A lot of points. A lot of points there, and we have a look. Steam Division went out pretty
Yep.
badly in this first game.
Well,
Of
but they're
the,
still in the second position, so
they
that
are.
means they secured few points for them
But
in the
SC
last
Pirmais is
week.
really close to them as well. If you have a look at the
Hmm.
standings, then
Yep.
obviously Aggressivo but Suproto still in place number 4, Naughty Goblins in place number 5th, and just with 1/3 place, we see Team P9 back into the first page of this
Yeah, one
tournament.
game changed a lot of
Just
things for
one
them.
game,
Good
just one
props for them.
games.
And as always, we have all four, all three brother countries in the top four, as we can see. Bait Academy, that comes from Estonia, Division and SCP from Latvia, and Aggressive Supratu from Lithuania. So
Lithuania,
good to see the brothers still holding the hands and well being in a top scores.
definitely.
Little chit chat about few things while we are setting the game number 2. That is Miramar. Did you see the game number 1?
Yeah, I was watching actually.
Yep.
What was quite interesting. I really got confused at that moment when Bait Academy and P9 were basically standing against each other, and P9 suddenly lost everybody, and I was
Yep.
like, "What's happening?"
That was the moment when I was talking about that they got sandwiched from two sides
Yeah.
and they didn't. That's the the golden rule of the PUBG. Always check your back, because there can be someone doing the snake strategics, and that's the classic BR. You know, that's the battle royale games that we have, and it's just only one team can win.
Yeah, but actually, it's not even a classic BR. Do you wanna? I don't know. You wanna? You have to listen to me talk a bit about the BRs. Actually,
Tell me about that.
well, actually, BRs are a quite interesting thing because before 2012, nobody actually made BR games, which is quite
Nobody?
interesting. Well, there were a few, there were very few, like there were Last Man Standing games. Even CS 1.6 had a few, but there were like 24 players and stuff like that. But the actual BR game that we know right now, 100
Yeah.
players, they drop into a map. Yada yada yada. You know everything about it. It actually started out after a movie called The Hunger Games, and the first game that picked up this was Minecraft, actually.
Well, wait. Well, just before we go to the Minecraft, I think the movie
Yeah.
was the one that all this was made from.
Yes. Actually, it was from
I'll
a
be
book.
damned.
It was from a book. The book was inspired by a Japanese man who wrote it in the 70s. Then the
Yeah, I
movie
know.
got
Yeah,
made.
I saw that movie. That
Yeah.
like the it's actually called Battle Royale. It's like Japanese made movie, a really interesting one.
Yeah.
If you are older than 16, go and watch it.
Yeah, but so Minecraft was the first one to implement a battle royale game mode, and it
Mhm.
was called Hunger Games. And everybody who was 12 at that time, including me, played it.
Oh, right, because there were a lot of YouTubers or streamers
Yes.
playing that mode, and they
Yeah.
were just you run.
Yeah, you
That
have
was
a,
the same principle. You run around the map, you try
Yeah.
to gather a loot, you try to survive, and bam, bam, you win.
Yeah, and obviously after Minecraft, there were a lot of different games. Like for example, we had Armor 3 come in.
Mhm.
Oh, Armor 2, sorry, and there were guys who made DayZ mods, and
Yeah.
everybody talks like, oh, DayZ is the first game that had a battle royale. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's wrong. But yeah, still, DayZ was one of the first pinnacle points of where everybody was like, oh, these battle royale games are actually quite going, and it's
Mhm.
quite interesting. So yeah,
Hmm.
I think that you know what DayZ is, right?
Well, yeah, I know. Only because I know I played a little bit of HZ1Z, and after that I played the PUBG, obviously, and then the rest of the downfall what came for after the PUBG, after this, after
Mhm.
there's the money and there,
Yeah,
and that.
but yeah, DayZ came out, and everybody was like really stoked. They were like, "Oh damn, this is like an actual going thing." And in 2015, another game came out. It was called H1Z1. I actually bought it, and I had no idea what it is. Everybody
Yeah.
told me like, "Oh, it's just zombies."
I remember that I bought the game as well, but I bought it on a sale because I didn't want to spend a lot
Yeah.
of money on the BR game.
Yeah.
Because I thought that whole idea behind that only one player or one team survives and wins, I thought it's idiotic.
Yeah.
And as well, that the whole games and all were in the third person view.
Yeah, that they didn't implement first person. I
Yeah.
think actually like after only a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so H1Z1 came out. It was a bummer. Nobody really liked it. At first, it was like a survival game, so it basically merged Minecraft and Hunger Games, something.
Yeah.
But nobody liked it. And then they were like, "All right, we're doing a battle royale mode," and everybody was like, "All right, this is the next big thing." So
Mhm.
obviously, one of the makers was guy who later on made one of the most famous games.
PUBG.
That's correct.
Yes, I
And
knew something.
yeah, and he made PUBG, and PUBG was it was a success story. It's one of the best games, that the most selling games. 50 million copies sold in 2018.
Yeah, and
3.2 million concurrent players. That's like how many
that's a
players
lot.
right now
That's a lot.
playing.
Like if
That's the whole Baltic states together.
yeah, if we wouldn't have advertisers on our stream, we could say load. So that's a lot of people
Yeah.
play that game. I remember that I started only because there was this big boom about the game because everyone around me played it. Like I came from CS:GO scene and before that in the different scenes as well. But right now it's just moving and shifting all this BR era. I
Yeah,
would say.
for me, PUBG, you know where I first learned it? I was watching Shroud. Shroud was like just playing a new game, and he was like, "Oh, I'm getting sponsored by
Yep.
this game, and I'm gonna try it out." And I was like, "Wow, this is actually interesting." There's a lot of aspects that are similar to different shooter games, but at
Yep.
the same time, the concept of 100 players landing in, and that really took me by storm. And after that, PUBG, obviously, we had the front runner. I think everybody knows this game. Like, you can call your, I don't know,
Nope.
cousin's 4-year-old, and he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I play this game.
Nope.
Do you know which game it is?
Nope, I don't. I don't say that word. I don't put that word in my mouth. I don't know what it is and what you're talking about. If that starts with an F, we are skipping it.
We are not skipping it. It's one of the biggest games of 2018. It's Fortnite. Fortnite was a big, even bigger success story. It was a game that had like, it's free to play. You have customization. The map gets updated every time. They broke the next concurrent player record from 3.2 to 3.6 or something, or even up to 4 million players.
Mm-hmm.
That's even more than the Baltic states. But yeah, Fortnite was a huge success story. And after that, like, what happens when you get the golden goose? You try to get the golden egg every time. So everybody just went like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a battle royale game." So
I know, like I really, to be fair, I really enjoyed those times because everyone was making like really silly games as well, and you can I wouldn't imagine a day when someone would say, you know, Counter Strike, really great game. Let's implement the battle royale in that.
yes, Counter-Strike even made a battle royale
Yeah.
called Danger Zone. Call of Duty, Battlefield, the big AAA games made it.
Well,
There
because
were
they look at the numbers and all what they see is the money what falls down if you even advertise
Yeah.
that you're gonna make a battle royale in that moment.
Sales-
Their
sa-
sales goes
yeah.
off the roof because this is like the moment where everyone wants and really tries to get into the BR gaming.
Yeah, but
And I see the finger
one thing,
laid out.
let's remember that at the beginning, nothing was made because of the money. It was made because people want it.
Yeah.
So let's hope that in the future,
People
whenever
gonna want something else.
no, people are gonna make games not because of the money, but
Yeah.
because they really like it. Like right now, there are a lot of like the Apex Legends, Islands of Nine. I don't know, name whatever, name whatever, name whatever you battle royale you want. And I feel like everybody's just doing it for the clicks. But if somebody makes like an actual, like a new something, like right now Apex Legends have their reviving system where you get knocked down even.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, but if your teammate takes like a, I don't know, token or something, you go out and you can get actually back in the game. Like imagine you're two guys, you're in the late game, you get to the reviving point and you get your third mate back and you actually win something. Maybe, I don't know, in PUBG if P9 had this option, they could have won the game.
Now we're turning a different page, talking about what's and ifs and buts and stuff like that. Right now, I hear that the game number 2 is ready to be launched. So, hey, we are back. We are back for the game number 2. That is Miramar, as we understood, your favorite map. So I'm gonna be waiting a lot of casting and a lot of interesting facts about this map and what makes it favorite for you.
Well, you know, on one interesting fact before we start, people actually, all the competitive players hated it at the start.
Mhm.
Well, most of them did. Not
Yeah,
all
I kn-
people
I was one of
liked
those,
it.
yeah.
Not a lot of people enjoyed it. Not a lot of people liked it. People were against to play it, you know.
Mhm.
People were sticking to their angle all the way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that has changed now. People has, understood how to play this map.
Yeah.
The reason why I like it better is because it's way more, well, I said it in the first week already. It's way more up and down. And then obviously from the other way we look, it's no grass in it.
Mhm.
So these people can't lie in the grass.
Well,
so that's,
yeah. Well, as well, what I think is really great is that you shift the metagame. You know, when you all the time play the one map like Erangel all the time, when the Miramar comes in, it shows a different playstyle. It shows that the game can be played differently. You know, and that's really great. I really enjoy that. And in the game what we have in the Miramar, you know, there's a lot of possibilities for the fast fights. What we had really surprising for the last week, there were a lot
A
of
lot of
people
fighting
fighting. Yeah,
early in the game, really early in the
yeah,
game. A lot of fighting. I'm expecting not to see that this week.
yeah.
Already said it for the first game, which was the last game of last week. I expected not to see any more, not a lot of fights. But, well, it did still happen. But let's see. Let's see what happens.
Let's crack a cold one
Yeah,
and
let's
let's
see.
go
Let's see.
for the
We already
game.
have the plane flying in. We already have the plane flying in. So the first teams, let's see. The plane's flying over El Pozo, so I'm expecting some people drop down from the plane early up. And as we see, as the Pirmais eSports, they are the ones first out of the plane, and looks like they are going for El Pozo.
Before we go to the Picado, how many teams you think in the Picado?
Just one.
I think two.
I'll say with just one. I'll
I
say
think
just
two.
one because the plane is really, really good. So you can land all the places like San Martin, El
Mhm.
Pozo, all the other stuff, all the other places. So let's see how teams split up. And as we talk about that, it actually looks like team Senka and his teammates are looking for Picado.
Senka
And then
Papapao.
we have Zixis, Gigi Veshka. So those are the guys from. I can't spell their name. It's like.
Those names are
But
funny.
that's
I know,
total.
I
That's
know.
total spies. I'm pretty sure. No.
Yeah,
No,
one
I'm
of those.
landing.
Yeah, ski. That name.
And then yeah, you understood what I mean. So
Team
that's actually yeah, you were
Totally
right. You
Spies and
were
Team
right, and that's
6
why we talk about
Agresiva.
that. That's Deathborn picking up his first knock of the game. So it's only 3 of them starting this game. So let's see
You
why
got
we
lucky in arena, right?
while we render
Yeah.
in the map. Obviously, we have already Deathborn with a first knock, but Gigi Veshka with AK, yeah, he's getting the knock on against him and just finishes him off. So let's see how this turns up. Gigi Veshka is gonna actually pick up his teammates, which is Ziklis.
A really interesting and really fast fight for them. But he
first,
got
yeah,
lucky. He got the first weapon,
Well,
but he
this-
couldn't use it in a good
At this
nature.
point, team of Roxy God and Senga has to decide what to do. There's only 2 of them left in the early minutes of the second map of the day.
What would you call?
I would call just let's rotate away, run away. We have to play for points if we want to get anywhere higher in position, the standings. Then just we have to rotate it away. If they actually would have gone with the kill on Ziklis, and then the situation would be 3 against 3. Obviously, 2 against 3 still fightable. But at this point, 4 against 2, that you have to rotate away.
So good props to Totally Spies. Obviously, I don't like that they got 1 kill because that's 1 more point for them in the standings, and that could mean that they get over the Dator Pasol and
Definitely.
actually I
But
can
if
lose
we have
the
a
bet.
look at the rest of the maps, the zone is pretty center, as I called the last week. We had the game number 4, which is really, really like a long way away from the normal zones that we see. In here, we obviously see.
But you know what is an interesting fact? Almost every single team has at least 1 member in the zone. So that means there won't be a lot of shifting of people running around and trying to find new houses where to stay. It's just like that. The whole zone is there.
Well, definitely. It's maybe something really good. The team I'm looking for is right now. I'm looking for Team P9, and actually it looks like we see General is all by himself, and the rest of Team P9 actually I can't really see them.
They are in the
It's
bridge
Valle
side.
del Mar is their pick of their position at this point. We have seen 3.
That's so unusual because I usually see that team around the Picado region, right? Those little houses. You know what
actually,
I'm talking
while I
about,
was talking about the team of Senk and Roxy should rotate away, they actually looks like they are staying inside Picado. They are looking maybe to get a knock and a kill as well, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Well, in this situation, you talked about that they have to leave the Picado and start gathering up the information about the new zone. But you have zone like this.
Yeah, obviously, that's the thing that I wanted to say.
in the
They
middle.
are in the middle. So for me, for example, I would just maybe rotate away. Well, Senka is actually right now to the hotel because that place you can obviously see a lot more around what happens around you. If people pushes you, if people don't push you. You know, all
And
this stuff.
actually, you get a bit more loot, right? It's not only the one or two houses that you loot, but you have a bit more in there as well. As we know, the esports standard is a bit different from the
Public
normal
games.
standard. What the public game is, what you would usually play. We have more weapons. I think it's 3x. Yes.
Three times.
Yeah,
It
three
is
times
indeed,
the
yes.
weapons, three times the bullets for the weapons as well. and
Everything's way, way,
scopes.
way more so because why is that? If you imagine, like, you'd never wanna see a game where team loses out a duel or a fight because they don't have anything to shoot with. Can you imagine that? Like, because you lose only because your skill is
Yeah.
nothing to do with your skill, but just because your enemy has an M4 and you had a Vector for a long-range
Exactly.
fight. Can
In
you
that
imagine
moment,
that?
you can be as good as you want to
Yeah,
be,
you will
but
still lose
the
that,
RNG
yeah.
is the one that
Yep,
takes
exactly.
the victory in that
So that's
battle.
what we try to do is take as much as RNG as we can out of the game.
So 5 minutes in the game, still 16 teams standing, 58 alive members. We started with 59, so that's the
just
one.
only one guy
Yep.
from team.
The one that
of
we lost
Senka.
in the Picado from the team Aggressive Pro. He's out. That means he's the first one. He's the lucky guy to go and watch a TV series or something and just wait out for the game.
Well, Aggressive Support actually did a pretty good job on kills last game as well. We still have them at team team number 4, actually, Ignis, actually.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about that. They are still in standings, team number 4. But they actually lose another member. That's happened the same last time. Time. In the last game as well, they lost some members really early, and only one member, which was Roxy God, stayed alive until, I think, top 8 or something like that.
They are good by killing. I know that, and they showed that as well in the early game, actually getting the weapon and dropping and killing people. But drop, and looks like Rich going to be taking. That's the member from the Dato
why we look at the drop.
He's-
Skelly found a member of Team Nordic Goblins, which was Kova. And Skelly looks like he's pretty scared. He's not looking forward, of fighting these guys. But he does throw some nades in the way of Kova. But Kova doesn't look like he's going to rotate anywhere as well. That He's looking forward to wait for his teammates who are rotating in right now. If we look at the mini-map, that Mafu and the rest of Funds and Blue Star are all of 3 of them are rotating next to Kova. So this is the place where I think these guys are looking forward to take this fight.
Yeah, it looks like all team of Heartthrobs are joining in right now for the battle to happen. All the cars have been used as well. This is going to be the first whole battle of the team.
Well, the
battle,
issue with Heartthrobs at the minute is that they are only 3 of them. They are playing as 3. Obviously, they do have this advantage of this camp that they are sitting right now. But let's see. It actually does look like the rest of Team Heartthrobs are actually rotating away. Just Adamski throwing some nades, to scare them away, and they are. Well, I should say they are gone. They are just running away, and the same happens with Team Nordic Goblins. They're running as well. But while we talk about that, let's switch to Pecado, where Roxy God actually gets a knock on Ziklis. I don't know.
Yeah,
how to
really
spell his
interesting
nickname.
that he got a really aggressive play. He finds
While
out
we
one of
talk
the
about
members.
That's another kill. It's actually Roxy. Did he just get 3 kills? Or actually 3 knocks.
Yeah, with a Molotov.
He got the last one with the Molotov. Yeah, so that Zikl is dead. And we have Gigi Veshka and Estonian Edit. So that's
Only Pulse were alive, and he's still in the tall buildings just ahead in the
so
Picado.
that's
No
your
luck
team.
for them.
Total Spies, you are happy than clapping your hands right now. And that's 3 kills for Roxy. God, Roxy
But they're
is
still not
actually,
out.
aggressive, but support Roxy is playing really, really well. I do love to see that. So you saw this from the first game, and now we see the same thing happen here.
Yeah, right now we are looking at a fight where the Spido is getting out the Shyness. They are fighting. The Ensure is fighting right now. The Cable Knights gets 1 knock. Somewhere in the map as well, Mafu gets 1 knock.
Actually, Madkid then goes.
Kid.
Yeah, Madkid then goes. Actually, is having a really, really nice nades flying in. That's the whole team of Espirma is still alive.
And
they are
they
looking
got
for these
down.
guys. They are looking. Yep.
Yep, they got down a few members of the Figure 5, and one is dead, out as well. Only 1 member left standing. He gets almost.
Yeah, Armin's actually wanted to. Madkid actually wanted to finish up. Armin's actually stayed in a sliver of hell, but that's it. That's team number 8. That's team Figure 5 are going down. But while we talk about that, General actually connects with Madkid as well. Madkid was really, really low. From a really, really long distance. I'm not even sure where General actually down. He finds him.
With a
He's really long shot. Actually, he only needs to hit 1 hit, though.
Well,
because Matthew was healing.
to be fair, General is one of those who I watched and learned how to shoot with the 4x, so I know what this
Oh
man
yeah, he
can
definitely
do.
can. He definitely can shoot. He's still trying to get these.
Remember,
these
remember
hits.
those days when you can take an M4, put the 4x on, and just press the
Oh
mouse
yeah,
one,
yeah,
and
good
all
times.
bullets go
Good
straight.
times, but
Yeah.
unfortunately he doesn't succeed of getting the kill until the end. But while we talk about that, Sikis, actually 2 members of Team TMG,
Yep.
actually gets Tiltmaster knocked and finishes him off as well.
Those battles are not ending; they're still going on. That's
Very
still the
early in the
SFMS
game.
esports fighting the Team G. So one member is out.
Actually,
So
while we talk about that, New River has found team number 7, which is
Garlic
Garlic Cola.
Cola,
Yes, so there's
yes.
division against Garlic Cola at this position as well. New River is trying to throw a really nice nade. Maybe he actually succeeds
I
off
think that's
getting
smoke.
it.
No?
It was a nade. It was a nade. So let's see. Actually, maybe. Because I thought I saw a nade actually, but we see Flabber and Elky actually going in. That's Elky getting a knock as well. He has to know there's another team member there. Yes, and Flabber finishes off Erika's as well. So that's Finks and Erika's both down from Team Division. 2 kills on them.
How do
Supit
they-
is gonna get picked up.
How do
Very
they
well
find
played.
themselves in that moment? Like they are in the middle of
I'm
nowhere
pretty
with the
sure
car.
It looks like they were trying to go in with the car.
But right now we're looking at the hit as he's trying to get down a few of the members from the Bait Academy. I think, yeah, that's what it is. And he misses all the shots, just putting some pressure, making
Yeah, I'm
sure
pretty sure
that
they are
Bait
just
Academy...
rotating in, and they won't be trying to get any fights. We
They-
have the zone though.
And that means Bait Academy is taking over the Picado. Somewhere around
yeah,
it.
While we talk about actually team number 17 and team Praise the Lord, so that's team Athrops and team Praise the Lord are finding themselves as well here on the hill. But if we look at the zone has switched down to Los Leones and Chumachera.
Yeah.
Which is all the way different from the last week. All the way down from the, if we saw the
Yeah.
all the way up of the map, so now it goes all the way down. It's actually Ruby gets a really nice kill on Gocha with a nade. While we talk about that, Adamski actually knocks crazy. So
He was
that's,
standing still.
well, maybe he crashed.
Now he's feeding.
And Alex actually gets another
It's
knock on
kill
Sick One.
trading, you know?
So
He's-
that's 2 knocks, and actually maybe he's getting him. It looks like he's gonna get. Yeah, he just wanted to finish up. I wasn't sure why would you do that? You see a person shooting at you, but you try to finish the knock. I'm not a fan of that play.
Greedy.
Not a fan of that play.
That
and
one-
Adamski goes down. That's all Scaly all by himself.
Yeah,
Scaly's all by himself.
1 point can play a big role for Arthrops. When we're going to look a bit further away, Adamski now has to be picked up. Skelly is a really far away from them, and that means the Team 11, praise the Lord, is a bit spread out, and they can take this fight in their hands.
Well, let's see what happens. What Scaly decides to do. Obviously, he won't be able to get Adamski only if he kills all members of Team Praise the Lord. If it happens, obviously, but I don't think that Scaly is looking forward to do so. He's just rotating away and gonna probably rotate through Pecado and get inside the zone. We do have seen team number 10 ensured that they are fighting team number 14, which is Cable Knights. Actually,
Knights
guy
get
from Cable
one.
Knights, yeah, Sexton actually gets a kill. That's a Ruby gets the knock on to knock. Actually, no, but
That's how
finish.
usually it goes. Whenever you switch from
Switch away,
someone,
that's actually, yeah, and
that's where the fight starts to
Sexton
happen.
actually gets a really good nade here. Actually,
And
wow.
Team 11 is out.
Team 11,
That's the
that's
praise the Lord. They had the 1 member alive. He ran away, but he got
happened? What
found as
happened?
well. In the
Did
7th
Skelly
position,
actually- wait.
Garlic Cola is
No, I
out
think it's
as
line.
well.
I think it's line. We saw the notification that team number 11 is out, but they're not out yet because we see Bulbit is still alive. So that's some bug with our great game of PUBG, you know.
Go die.
We still see both team number Athrops and Praise the Lord both having 1 member still alive.
If the game says you're dead, go. Finish.
We did have another zone switch away from Los Leones, so only Chumacher, but there's nobody in it right now. So there's a lot of teams still outside the zone. While we talk about that, Cloudtail gets a nice headshot on Paharet.
That could be the first
And
kill of
he's trying
today
to
for
kill,
them.
and
No,
he's
not
trying-
today,
not
of this
today,
map.
Of this map, yeah. He's trying to finish him off, but obviously Paharet managed to get inside some cover. But
Ooh,
that's
he gets
Duplex.
flexed. Duplex.
From that or Pascal actually gets some 2 hits on Cloudtail.
Maybe now someone is out. The pulse.
Well, I
pulse for?
I think that's Team Total Spies out in place number 14.
Yes. Oh, or no. Why?
Toxic chat incoming. Toxic
Yep.
chat incoming. Well, as I said, that's the third zone already in. I do love to see that Team P9 are the first ones in Chumachera. That's a really nice place where to be at this point of the zone. We do see Senka Papao and Roxy God, what we talked about earlier. They are in really good position in
I
next to Chumachera, a really nice compound, which is in the middle of the zone.
I think right now the Aggressive BESL Pro to taking the best houses what they could find, and I think in the middle zone now, at least next two zones are really safe for them.
Definitely. The teams that I'm worried about at the minute is a team of Fons Blue Stars, so that's Nordic Goblins.
Yeah.
The team of Division, who's only... all the members are still alive, obviously, but both of them are two duos, New River and Elky.
But right now we have the fight with the bait Academy. Cloudtail
Oh, yes.
gets one.
Cloudtail
He's
gets
definitely
one.
going to find another
And
one.
that's another, yeah, and that's Goa goes down as team number 10.
Mr. Knight
And
steals his
sure,
kills,
and
but
then sure goes down.
well, it happens what happens. You know, right now that team is out, so and he's looking for more. Like in this moment,
Because
you know,
he sees he's at the middle, he's at the edge of the zone. Obviously, you have to look for people that are trying to get
Obviously.
inside the zone.
but you know, whenever I play the game, my teammates usually just free loot. I kill everyone, and they just go and loot and die out, and they're like, "Why didn't you give us a cover?" Like,
Well, Skelly is in a really bad position. But while we talked about that, I said that I didn't love the position of Division, and actually, we saw the last week Team Division does the same what just Team P9 did to them. So that's a payback for them to get these two
I
kills.
think it feels all right
Feels
for
good,
them
definitely
now.
feels
Yeah,
good. I
feels
know
good
how they
emotes.
feel. And actually, both the members, New River and LQ of Team Division, are actually getting some shots from Team Pyramids, while Team Bait Academy are so concentrating onto this one kill on Skelly, who's outside the zone, and well, they are just looking for him, and they will try to get this kill. They won't. They will try not to give this kill away to the zone and just get this finish onto him.
Well, in this matter of fight right now, if you are at the edge of the zone, you have to clean it out. Otherwise, it can hurt in your bottom later on.
Talk about the zone has switched on once again, and now it's going away from Chumachera, so that means Team Dator Pasol and my favorite boys are in this game all the way because they have a really good compound. While we talk about Cloud actually gets Skelly, which I was just talking just a couple of seconds ago. Team Dator Pasol is actually in a really good position where they can fight off whatever is coming their way. I would prefer maybe one of the guys like Grid, for example, goes to this corner here and just protects their behind because all of them are watching the
I'm really interested to see what's going to happen at the houses where Aggressive BESL Pro are with the Senka Papao in the lead.
Well, looks right now LQ is actually going to find people Bait Academy, and then some spray going out on Mr. Knights. And yeah, that's Mr. Knights down. I think he's out as well. They're going to finish him off. Let's see what LQ does. Let's see what LQ does.
Quick nade down on his head.
That's why we talked about that. Goes down, gets down, Senka Papao. Misses the nade, but no.
Second one?
Looks like crazy. No, that's the second one is on point. That's Mr. Knights down. So that's 3 members of Bait Academy left.
And what happened as well, another member tried to get back and save him, but do they know the intel that he stopped there? I'm really interested to see that.
Well, that's what you have to ask. Actually, Geto does some shots and goes. Actually, Senka gets picked up and is now healing inside the smoke because we see obviously way more information through the smoke. Senka's actually just floating in now, and yeah, he gets the knock on.
While all that fight happened, what we saw, Razy give back the.
Well, let's see what Decipirma is actually goes down. And Roxy got with a big nade. And Matt actually didn't see the member of team, Aggressive BESL Pro. Roxy's just on fire. This guy cannot be stopped.
Well, as we saw in the start of the game, only 2 of them were left, and right now it's all in their hands to do some points and
none
make
of them
sure
has
that
died,
they
and
get
they
something.
are still playing really aggressive and really well. Aggressive but smart.
In that houses where the nades were thrown and the few trades were
while we talked about that, yes,
and Razy died as well.
Last member of Team Decipirma, so that's Decipirma is unfortunately out in place 11.
Really unfortunate game for them. Usually we see them getting out in the third or
they usually had really good rotations together as such. As you saw in this game, unfortunately the guys went all by themselves. One guy goes down, one other member comes over. I wasn't sure who was that, but he went down. It was Mad Kid, I think, and then the last member obviously 1 against 2. That's how it fell apart.
Right now, as we are looking at the Sexton, remember the last week when he was the only survivor and
Yeah.
he was lying in the grass and actually got a second place for his team.
Yeah,
And
that was
he
really well
squeezed it
played.
out from the 8 or 10
Then
teams.
Place
Straight
number
out.
10, praise the Lord. Unfortunately, Mr. Ruby cannot get anywhere higher than that. He was the only member left from Team Praise the Lord.
That's
He goes
usually
down
the
in
position where they are.
about 10,
That's
around
where
10,
they are.
yeah, around 10.
That's just when they see that, oh, we are the 10 team alive, let's pack the bags.
Well, if we have a look at that Blue Star and Team All in All, Nordic Goblins, they actually split between two houses, so that's two camps for them, and actually works out well for them. But still, as I said, this team, Dator Pasal is still, in a really, really good position. They are trying to close their behind right now. What I really love to see is that all members of Team P9 are still alive. Next to them are Team Aggressivo but Suproto. I don't think they will meet each other, obviously, if they don't run across each other. Because
But it's
now,
going to be a hard shift for them. It's really hard to shift in
Definitely,
the zone because right now there are two teams running just side by side to each other. Those are, as you said, P9 and the Aggressivo but Suproto. And as we know, the P9 is almost in the zone. But when they're going to meet the zone edge of it,
at this point, I think
Dator Pasal gonna be waiting.
Pasal should be expecting them to come over from this position where they are right now.
as
General
they
just
are
saw-
not the
just
best
saw-
aimers.
Well, maybe not the
Probably.
best, but positioning
Hopefully.
plays a lot of a big role.
Yeah.
Positioning is a big role of this game. You cannot just purely out aim your enemy. When we talk about that, actually, General and Sikis does basically shoot the same guy from two different angles, so that's Favorit goes down. Elki goes down from the zone, so that Team Division, who are our
Is
second
out,
place, is out
yes.
as well. Yeah, that's actually General saw that knock is going through onto Favorit, and sorry, while we talked about that, that's Spyro. Actually, who's Spyro? Didn't even notice that there's a new guy on Team P9.
All right,
That's a new member, but Spyro actually gets the kill on Favorit with a nade.
right now, in the back side of them, they had a little fight as well, but they shifted around and only the bait acting is alive. But this fight
Favorites.
is right now, those are the two teams, the Team 15 that are possible fighting with the Team P9. Armand
Yeah,
gets
that's
one,
Armand
finishes
gets another
one as well.
next. No, just a knock on Conflict. I think he was on the top of the roof, and that's it. Yeah, they should get. Yeah, that's probably a full cleanup.
Spyro, this is the time to shine.
Yeah, that's the
You missed a
cleanup.
lot of shots.
It is indeed a cleanup for Dator Pasal. So that's Team Dator Pasal goes out in 8. A really nice push from Team P9.
And as well, on the other side of the map, we had the fight between the Yor and the Team Cable Knight.
Yeah,
the Cable Knights,
that's
unfortunately, gets dropped down,
Team
so that
Yor,
means
Team Yor comes
Team
up on
Yor
top.
is still surviving as we have 6 teams left in the 21st minute of the game. 17 players alive in the map. We have the middle houses taken by the P9. Around them, we have another
Well,
team.
it looks like General has found a Team Bait Academy right here and planting some really nice shots from the cloud.
Good shot,
Really
a headshot
good
as well
stuff,
for
and
him.
finishing it off as well by Armand. So that's only one member. That's only X-Chris now. That's all.
Now they know, they feel the blood. They know that that's the Team Bait Academy, as they know at least 1 or 2 members are alive for them. They know for
Well,
sure how many.
X-Chris is in a whole lot of issues right now.
That's it.
If they are aware of that.
The mortars are coming. Right now they know that he's
A lot
somewhere
of
in that
nades.
smoke. They're going to be trying to get
And
him
he
down.
actually gets him.
There
Armand
it is.
gets a huge nade onto X-Chris. And that's Team
Hold
Bait
it.
Academy out in place number 6.
So that is the 8 kill for the Team P9. Right now, Armands and General have racked
Both
3
kills, and
each,
that's
and 2
our
kills for Spyro.
new member Spyro. We don't know about anything about him.
Maybe a brother from the different computer. Who knows?
I wanted to hear brother
Could
from
be-
another mother, but
Could
okay.
be the General playing on 2 computers in the same time. You know,
Yeah.
he's that good. As
You
others
never
say.
know. You never know. But I love to see that P9 is still in it for all 4 people here. So these guys are putting up a show for us in this game.
A really good play by Nordic the Goblins. Right
Yeah,
now they're
they
taking the
switched out of
middle,
the house.
middle side. Yeah, they switched out early between the zone switches. They already knew
While
that.
we look at this, Spyro actually found the team of Yor who are still trying to get inside the zone. And while we talk about that,
Blue
he's a
Star
huge,
puts a
huge
headshot.
headshot into his head. So that's a hole in his head. While we talk about that, STP actually from Team Yor tries to go closer to their position. Wasn't
Good
sure
chip,
who was that.
And
And
he's not
Spyro
go-
actually is getting some shots.
You know,
as well.
this is the moment when he's not going closer. He's doing really idiotical
Well,
play. He
this
got in the
position-
middle of nowhere.
This
and
position, what Team P9 has in this church, that's such a huge height advantage on any team around them.
that's what we call kill feeding in this industry. Don't do that. Why? Why? Why are you there in the middle of the map doing nothing now? the whole game, at least next 5 to 10 minutes, he's going to be laying down
Well, as
there.
General has found actually a member of Team Yor, but couldn't land the shot. But Spyro actually helps him out with a knock on Team Yor. It just falls apart. Blue Star actually gets Victor Cook. As Pacher, it goes down to Kovat. So that's only one member who we saw on the bike previously. Only lying next to the church, next to everybody.
So, okay,
Estefy.
well, I will take my words a little bit back, but as I know, that wasn't the best play. He left the team to die out, but okay, he's in the middle.
Still in, yeah, but the position of his is basically if decide, for example, Nordic Goblins decide to push up.
This is the moment when you go to church and light some candles.
Spyro is just not letting anybody go. This guy's just showing off. And he actually got Kova all the way
the spotlight is on him. You know, he's playing as a substitute for one of the biggest teams in the Baltic eSports right now. That's the Spyro, the legend, the myth. 3 kills already racked.
Definitely,
and
all 3-3-3.
He was one of those who killed out the Bait Academy. So right now, I think he's a little bit shaking because that was a really well played by them. The next zone's going to be shifting in 15 seconds.
Yep,
Let's not miss that as
definitely. General's finding some shots onto Team Nordic Goblins, who still have 3 members left. Are we in a really good position, I would say. If the zone switches away from Team P9, they have to cross this road, so obviously it means running into open, in the really open space. So, and well, it's just
Estefy's still in.
Estefy's still there, but Roxy, you know, he's in a position where he actually, if he crosses this mountain right here, he will see Estefy's lying there.
But this is the moment when Senka Papao can go in the backside of the team 16, those are the Team G. He can surprise them with a...
He has, but you have to count as 2 of them still alive.
Yep. But really good play by him. Like, if he stays on the side of...
tries to land some shots, but Armand returns with a huge
headshot. He's too good.
This is what I was talking, this high ground advantage. Huge high ground advantage. 10 kills in total for Team P9. They are coming back in this.
That's the same story what we had in the last year, you know, in the season 2.
Yeah, first week.
Let's feed the first 3 maps, and
that's why
let's start playing.
You talked about Senka Papao, so that's Agosio Pro to out in place number 5th. But you talk about Senka Papao, that he could surprise them. Unfortunately, the team checked for them.
It's all about now when the Q is can he spot out the member of the your team.
Yeah, who's just lying there. So if you just
looks
around.
With the grass. He's one.
Well, let's see what happens in this, because the position, he has a small kind of like low ground, high ground situation going on.
If he doesn't move.
Yeah, while we talk about that, Kivish actually finds a knock onto Sikis, and Armas finishes him off. That's only one member of TMG left in this. That's Estefy actually knocks down and finishes General. So that's this lying snake. And I think Kivish saw him. And that should be a headshot. Nice. Yes, that's a headshot from Kivish.
The question is, did he hit the Armans? Yes, he hit the Armans, because right now they're going to be having to heal up.
As we have
3 teams only left.
Oh, that's 3 teams.
6th minute, and the phase 7 is almost there, and the zone is
I do love what they did. Spyro stayed really
7
far
members
away.
alive.
Spyro is feeling himself
so close.
With the SLR, so he's feeling himself. Obviously, Ignis is going to play all the way on the positioning right now. Unfortunate for General, he went down to a team of Yor, who was flying there in the grass. So Spyro, I will talk about him. He gets Ignis, so that's 2 teams left right now, 3 against 3. Let's see what Pyro can do.
I mean, that's where the rest are. So
and
now,
they know, obviously, they do.
They have a really good communication going down for their team. Only 2 teams left, though. This is the final moments of this map, as we have the Nordic Goblins fighting through with the P9.
I would say this zone that switched right now is way better for Nordic Goblins than they are for P9, because P9 has to cross this hill right here and go into high ground. Obviously, there's a lot of smokes. I would guess there's a lot of smokes flying in here, so they can't kill them from high ground.
Yeah, and really smart play by the Nordic Goblins right now, going in for the zone, watching all the windows of that.
Blue Star knows that Spyro is here, and maybe he overstayed his welcome. He maybe overstayed his welcome. He actually gets a hit for 77 damage, so that's a lot of damage going his way.
And he's really close to zone. That's going to be starting to eat down on him.
They do know where the rest of the Team P9 is as well, so that's I would say this is the zone for Team Nordic Goblins.
I haven't seen the Garoza in some other player hands, and right now this is going to be really interesting to see what they can do in that higher
we see
range.
Blue Star is trying to get some hits onto Spyro. Actually, I think Spyro should have turned some shots as well at this point.
And right now, these going to be the final battles, and only 6 members alive. As we have Funds misses one
Well,
shot, 2
let's see.
shots.
Spyro's actually got in a really good position at this point. It's not the worst place where you could be.
Yeah,
you
if
know?
he stays there, he can
And
surprise.
as I said already, a lot of smokes coming in. This is a nice smoke, but Blue Star actually gets some really hard shots onto Spyro. And that's, he
And
actually
finishes
gets a
well.
knock on him as well. And that's, and Fonz gets Armand as well. So that's only one member, which is Kivish,
In
alive.
the smoke alone. That's
So
it.
this is a really bad place for Kivish where to be. Armand gets finished off, Spyro gets finished off, all on Kivish. Unfortunately, the zone switched hard onto
And he misses
Team
almost everything.
P9.
He hits only one bullet down.
And he
Kivish
gets
gets all the
Blue
bullets
Star,
down
and
to the Blue Star, and that's
it.
The
Nordic
winners
Goblins.
of the second map are the Nordic Goblins by a big surprise, I would say. The
Um,
P9s were so favorite in this game, and right now they got the second position, so that means they are in
Well-
the...
Well,
What
if
happened?
we have a look at the overall stuff that went down in this game, obviously, as I said, the zone really hard hit on the Team P9 at the end. This hill that they had to cross,
Not
a lot of
happy.
smokes coming in. I would say I'm not surprised they lost it. Team Nordic Goblins already showed us that they can shoot. Obviously,
Yeah.
What happened here is obviously, as I said, a lot of smokes will go down, but they didn't save them.
Yeah.
Spyro maybe a little bit that he overstayed his welcome into church. Could have rotated faster.
Yeah.
Down, maybe try to get some shots.
And there were not a lot of ridges to play through that. Like the fight when they had to go over that last
Well, Nordic
mountain.
Goblin had just all
Yeah,
the cover they needed.
They had everything.
They had everything.
Obviously, now the P9 is probably fighting and saying that, oh, the RNG got us the zones and map control and stuff. But you have to predict these things.
I would say this was definitely unlucky for them.
But nevertheless, they racked around 13 or 14 kills.
But
I'm
yeah,
not sure
definitely,
exactly.
that's what I mean. Is,
And we had the new guy as well playing for them, and we saw what can happen if you put the new guy, a guy that we haven't seen performing that well, and if you put with the really good team.
Well,
what he can do.
If we talk about positions that at this game, obviously Team Nordic Goblins won it with 5 kills altogether.
Yep.
But Team P9 is coming back altogether 13 kills, second place. That's a lot of kills, a lot of kill points for that. TMG with just 2 members, all the way in third.
Really interesting
well
from
played.
their side. I wanna see a bit more from the Nordic Goblins now. Like maybe this was just a lucky play by them, or the game played some funny elements in their side for them to win this game. But now for the game number 3 and for the game number 4, what's going to be upcoming from now, I want to see a bit more action. I want to see what they can do.
I still think well, P9 did really well if we count the rotations they had to do. Because we saw from the Chumacher, they went all the way, killed Team Dator Pascal, killed some other people, blah.
Yeah.
This is what I love to see from them. This is what I expect to see from them.
I'm really interested to see the standings right now, where we are in the point-wise, what
While
happened
we
after
while we
and what
still wait,
shifted.
I'm pretty sure their points are still not.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they are updated.
Yep.
Very fast administrators. Props to them.
Yeah.
We saw the positions right there. Beta Academy is still the leading.
No surprises there.
Yeah, they're still leading chart. Obviously, they had a lot of kills. Didn't finish anywhere near the bottom. So, well played for them. Team Division still second. Well, unfortunately, the game we saw wasn't the greatest for them. SP My eSports went pretty early out as well, and that's Team P9 already from they were 13.
Today, we started with the 13th
the day by
position.
13, and they are place number 4. So they pushing. Nordic Goblins with this win obviously still stayed in 5th, which they were before. But Aggressiva Botsuproto went down from 4th to 6th.
Yep, and as well as we look a bit further away, we have Cable Knights and Figure 05 in the 7th and 8th position. Those are the names that we had in the second season as well, figuring around that same area about the 7th till 10th position. I remember that they weren't like the favorites of the others, but my co-caster back then, we said that they were one of the best teams, but right now they are not that great.
They are not there yet. Maybe, you never know what might happen, in all these games there, as we saw, Welcome back, boys and girls.
It's always really hard whenever you have to start the stream, right? Not the stream, but the scene where you are, both of us are here.
Well, we are welcome.
We get the message that, let's go, we are live, and it's like, who's going to start,
Who's gonna
that's like a feeling. I feel like content is like, I want to do it. I want to be the one that says,
I think I give it to old school, old school members like you who know this thing, who knows how to start. I'm still learning.
I'm old school. Like it doesn't feel like learning. Like all props to you. Before the games of PUBG, we talked a little bit more about your life and streaming and stuff. I wouldn't say that you're an amateur
Well,
in all of
casting,
this.
casting is a whole different story.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole different ball. It's a whole different story. It's
Yeah.
the well, I would say people that know me, I'm pretty much never stressed in a way that I would be stressing myself that I don't know
Oh.
what to talk about or something like that. But
Yeah.
people said
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
first week, obviously, they could see me a bit,
It's an interesting way and perspective,
stressed and
and
stuff
it's
like
an
that.
interesting perspective as well to see the game from a different
Well,
way,
like
not to
this.
play it and
But
and
I love it, man. I love it. I actually, this is what I was talking about with some people who were asking me, for example, to me myself, why do you quit it? I don't like the way the game has been run,
yeah,
but there's one but. You cannot find a better esports game for battle royale than PUBG.
right now
Call me
no.
one. Call
Right
me
now,
one.
no. Because
One
a lot
in
of
chat.
games,
Call me one,
yeah.
guys.
Because a lot of games only have this way to play them is just you go into public games, you rack some kills and try to get a better positions, and that's where you like
We do
kind of
have a
do the
lot of
scoring.
we have a lot of battle royale games at the minute. You know
But
out.
it's developing, that's the process. And right now, I wouldn't say that PUBG is the best game as in development process.
Obviously,
There's
I
a
think
lot of
development has
fixes and things and
stopped. That I wouldn't
engine.
even say, but
Yeah, there's a lot of bull excrement happening about this game, but it's still manageable, And if the teams have fun and if the teams are still participating, and we have what 1 year around in esports for the PUBG, and right now still a lot of teams are developing, and a lot of money is thrown at the
whoa.
screen as well. So that's really great.
And we can see the start of the third game we have, and as the first team's already out of the plane, we can see. Oh, actually, even though we saw Team Beta Academy going for Sosnovka military base in the last game, now this game they switched it away. They are going all the way to Milta Power, and it looks like they're gonna take place of Milta and Milta Power. That's where they're gonna loot. We actually see Team TMG, three members of their team now. It's not two anymore.
Yeah.
So that's more. We still do see
Someone
some
woke up.
We still see some teams not in maybe not in full lineups, which we see obviously. Actually, only Roxy God and Sanka Papao, who are Team Garlic, Aggressivo,
Yep.
Support. It's only two of them starting this game. That's not where you want to start.
No, that's not the start what you want as well, I would say. But remember the last game we had a really hot spot, the Gatka region. Right now
Gatka
we
region,
have those
indeed.
two. We have the Roxy God and Senka Papao
Well,
somewhere
it
around
does
there.
it does look like we will have some altercations in early moments of the game in Rojnak. I think you love this place, don't you?
Yeah. Well, it's always two teams fighting there, and crowbar. That's what you love in a competitive game of PUBG. Open the doors, and all what you see
Well,
is a
definitely. Where
crowbar.
does Mr. Speedo from?
In that moment, you want to stick that thing somewhere. Ugh!
We see Team Ensure it looks like they will fight Team
And the
Garlic
best
Cola.
thing what he finds is an automatic shotgun. And what?
Well,
What
looks
that?
looks like Speedo overtook his welcome. That's Mister is knocking him down, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go down as well.
He got one tapped by the Saiga.
Did he?
Yeah.
Actually, got the same with me. Happened last night while I was playing the game.
I saw that. I actually saw that.
I was laughing. I was laughing
I was
myself.
laughing as well.
But it looks. I don't think that the Speedo is going to get picked up at this point, and he's going down. I think. Let's see if Eric is actually trying to stick his head outside a window.
That's it for our poor little adventurer. He's gonna be getting down
Well,
out
I'm
of
surprised
this
teams
game.
are still with this amount of how big is the map? Teams still cannot find places where to land safely and just loot at the first minutes of the map where you shouldn't be really fighting anybody.
But it's because only like the top 4, I would say, teams, the top 5
well,
knows the positions. Oh, right now we're
See,
looking at a
Hanky
Hanky trying to
actually
do
some
it.
nice loot. They got some nice loot. SLR there, but no hits are connecting.
No cigar
no.
for him. No,
Yeah, no
nothing
hits.
happens. What I wanted to say is that a lot of teams are changing a little bit the positions where they go just by looking at the playing pattern and understanding what are the positions for them to go. As well, let's say if the plane's going over the Rajnag, let's go to Rajnag. If the plane's going over, let's say Quarry or Ferry Pier, let's go there. And those players are messing around and messing with the game sense of the others.
Well,
And
this is another once more we see Team 10 eliminated, but
But
this
it's
is a
not
glitch.
eliminated.
It's a glitch. It's a glitch. I don't know why it's showing like that.
PUBG
While we
works
talk
in
about
funny
Team 10,
ways.
we
PUBG
talk
works
about
in funny ways.
we talk about Team 10 and sure that both guys, what I said, as soon as you lose a member, you just rotate away. You understand
Yep.
that there's nothing you can do. Obviously, the team Garlic Cola had advantage on them straight away with that knock.
Especially if you have nothing. Like the Team 10 right now, one has 2 fists in his hand and Gora has,
I think crowbar.
yeah, maybe that unfortunate crowbar. Right now, obviously, in this moment, you're just running away.
What I do like to see, well, I like to see is that the zone is pretty much what is the same zone that we saw in the first game. Pretty much the same. Nothing has changed. We see the
Is
team
this the game number
P9.
one?
It looks like by the zone. If we look at the zone, it's basically one by one. It's like almost the same zone.
But let's look at the teams that still have to get in the zone. Right
Well,
now,
it's a lot of teams rotating in.
those are the Team 8 still not in zone figure 5. We
SCP
have
Race is almost close to them.
yeah, we have the Bait Academy as well, still
Well, they are
in
the
the
furthest.
military
They are the
power.
furthest from the zone.
Power.
Yeah, they are the furthest ones from the zone.
Team G as well in the military base. Team 13. Yor
That's-
is in the Milta. And as well, they are joined by the division, as you said.
Division, yeah. Actually, it looks like they might. New River maybe will. I'm pretty sure Rakes is gonna go all the way, like not next to the houses, so New River won't be able to get
Yep.
any shots. But teams already starting to rotate inside the zone.
But inside the zone, there doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of fights happening. Right now, it's a really peaceful way to play the game.
It's very nice zone where to rotate in without fighting anybody. Obviously, it might happen. While we talk about that, Matt Kid actually kills himself while driving a bike, I think.
You know that joke when the game launched? I remember it was a running joke when. Does your F work?
No. How did you know there's a new update for PUBG? You can switch gears now with F.
Oh yeah,
Did you know?
that old joke, yeah. that I'll be honest, I have gotten once out from the car
I
like
haven't,
that.
I haven't, but I have people been trying to trick me like that. But it's all went well pretty safe for me. We have a first drop landing now on the M249 with all the third gear
With
and
the
one painkiller. Can you imagine that one painkiller?
And suppressor that you can stick on the gun as well.
Not on it. Not on this gun. Not
Yep.
on this gun.
Not on this one. But talking about the M249, I have seen that gun performing really well. As I remember, you had a tournament when you had a lucky guy spraying down everyone, and well,
Well, it was
I think it's not that easy to hold that gun.
It was interesting to see, obviously, but the gun is really great at the position where you're lying down. Even you can use it with whatever scope you can imagine. Well, using. Obviously, while we talk about that, Paharet finds a kill on Murzius. That's he actually goes down himself.
And
but
another one?
that Stiltmaster actually trades him straight away. That's actually Paharet found the kill on Murzius, but Stiltmaster with 13 HP just trades him straight away. He's gonna heal up now, but no, that's Reichs actually is not letting him to heal up at all. But that's a teammate actually helps him
Blocks
out.
with a
Blocks
car.
with a car. A really nice block there by a teammate of Tiltmaster there. And I'm really actually Estopy. That's
From the behind, the
from
surprise from
He
behind.
kills him off, but Rakes are still landing some shots onto Team SCP. So that's Team SCP lost 2 members already. As we talked, a really good rotation, but we saw stuff like this happen. Actually, Matkid got out from the car because the car almost blew up. It was like only 1 or 2 hits. Goes actually, well, knocks himself up. I wasn't sure what happened there.
Again, checking the F button. Looks like that.
Did he actually jump out? It looks like he jumped out.
Kamikazes, like
But
all what they are.
Some really weird stuff going on in here. Let's see what Matkid does. Yeah, should get his teammate up, but no, I'm pretty sure he's gonna stay all by himself. Goes will actually go down to
6
somebody.
smokes in the hand, like
That's
right
only
now.
one member of
This
team.
Matkid, this is the moment to use the smokes. Why did you loot them? You have 6 of them. Just do the smoke wall and run to the houses or somewhere.
I think he should be all good because the compound in front of him is pretty safe. I'm not
He's
sure.
not going for
I'm
the
not
compound.
sure if this is the play. He does not have any medkits. He only has bandages. But I think the team it's actually your team 13, who's
Yeah.
they are putting up a show. Actually, they lost Bahar unfortunately, but let's see if Rakes actually finds him. It looks like he might.
Ta-dum,
It looks
ta-dum,
like he might.
ta-dum.
Let's see, actually, Matt gets tried some shots, but STP straight away trades him.
Oh.
That's what I love to see. But that team,
Clean
Pirma is.
and easy.
Team
SC Pirma
Pirma
gets out.
goes out in number play 16.
A really good play by blocking the car and everything, but right
Yeah,
now
that
let's
was
join in the different fight where we have the Coffeeners from the Cable Knights fighting with the Team Division at those houses. Team Division just came there,
Yeah,
just
and
arrived.
Coffeeners actually goes down to LQ.
Ooh,
Nice
LQ
headshot
is
from
precise,
LQ.
a good
And he
headshot
finishes
and
him off
finish.
straight away as well. LQ needs to heal himself up now. Actually, two more members of Team Division actually comes in. That shows Team 7 goes out, but they're not out. Let's not look at that. It's again the glitch of the game.
Ooh, a good
Nuru
nade.
actually gets a nice kill onto actually just a knock, but it's gonna be a kill, clean kill, because the last two members of team are not even close. Shinas and Sextono, they are both far away.
These houses gonna be for the division now. They're gonna be holding those in the middle grounds as
Well,
well.
this is the what I was talking about. While it's maybe sometimes a little bit risky to hold the two spots, if the full team of 4 people rotate on 2 of you, and they decide they are
You're
sure that
done,
they're gonna try to push you, kill you, you are done.
The zone just shifted. Let's talk a
did
little
indeed.
bit of that.
Well,
it doesn't change a lot of things. It's the
one
middle.
good thing about this zone is you can already predict where the next zone is gonna go.
Where?
One good thing, because
Because
you
the mountain.
remember,
Yeah,
remember
water.
because the water, obviously, they cannot go in the water. If it's a really, really, really small chance that the zone is gonna go all the way up to Rojnak, obviously where the water town is ruined, I would say around where P9 is right now. So that's where I would say where the zone is gonna be.
All right.
And
Sikis
Sikis
gets
actually,
a bit more action going.
He actually finishes him off as well. This was Ruby all by himself, left all the way back as well, while some of his teammates are in this compound where the Team Division is nearby. So that's Ruby all by himself. Unfortunate, but it happens. It does happen. We can see.
Gora gets to
Gora,
almost one, almost gets two.
But this is what I'm talking about. The full team rotates in. The Gora gets one knock on Armin's.
Those are the Ensure fighting right now with figure of 5. He knows another guy stepped out from his car. He's trying to lurk around. Oh, he gets in the back, gets one, gets the second one, almost. Oh, 10 HP left.
Nice knock there, and just finished him off as well.
And that it
That's
is. The
vicious.
Thunder gets knocked down as well.
So
Those
that's
are
only one member.
all members of this fight of figure of 5 that joined right now. The last one of them is somewhere on behind and waiting, I think, for them to be executed.
Very unfortunate rotation for them. But it happens, it happens. But that's it. I think that's it. Yep, that's the last member that got killed right now, and that's team number 8 out. Figure all 5.
I wouldn't say so.
I'm pretty sure.
There it is.
Sorry, a fat kid. That's the fat kid can't sneak. Good.
But right now he's sneaking.
Good nickname change for him here. Yeah, you actually can see him here. That's the Zigas and Thunder all dead, but that's all fat kid is all by himself. If you obviously have a look, that's the only solo player. We still have 2 members of Senka Papa and Roxy God.
In the time right now, we almost have hit the 12-minute. As we look at the positions of the P9, they have the mountain in their hands. This is really interesting for them to play out.
Well, all the zones have rotated inside the circle already. We actually, look at it. Some teams are still getting into the zone. Actually, while we talk about that, that's Team 13. You are trying to land some shots on Team Bait Academy. You are just crossing nearby. They actually have the latest rotation. Looks like Mr. Knights is the only one that has gotten out of his car. And maybe get some return shots as well.
What I have seen in the games of the Bait Academy, the first 10 minutes they're really quiet. They do all the looting. They have everything what they need for the late game, and then they shift to the zone, and after that they start playing it out slowly but sure. They're gonna take a position that are really smart, but as I say that, Mr. Knights
Mr. Knights gets some tags, but that's it. At this point, these tags doesn't mean anything. Even if you do knock, I would say you shouldn't be even fighting in this position where we see Bait Academy against Team Yor. You shouldn't be fighting this because the only thing you can lose at this point, standing in both compounds, is armor and helmet. Even in these situations, I remember us playing, we used to take helmets off just because you get knocked. You don't really, you won't die.
Yeah, and the
And
new
yeah, and the
zone.
new zone. And as I said, this is the water town is not a zone. Rajnak obviously not there because the river was here. The zone is all the way up onto the mountain and all the way down in Kafka as well.
What do you think about the mountain? Do you like to play through that
No,
or not?
no.
Why so? It's
I
so
don't know. It's a good high ground, but I feel like it's so many angles where you can get flanked from, and this is the thing that I don't like about mountains.
Well, as a big guy as well, I would say the same. I don't like the mountains because it's a hard work to get up them, but when you go down, it's so satisfying,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. And the mountains. Another thing that I don't like about mountains is that the rotation from mountains is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Going down from them.
Yeah.
Because it's a very good chance in PUBG that you might fall and
Because you're
die from
out in
falling.
nowhere. Like there's nowhere to hide behind if you go down from the mountain.
Definitely,
Yes,
and
that's for
well,
sure.
well, might happen. Extra play is just driving around, is having shots. I think from 3 or 4 teams. His Jeep is all the way down, and that's LQ with the kill straight up, blowing up his car and killing him straight away. Very nice done
He
by
looked
LQ.
a little bit lost, but right
Yeah,
now,
he was just driving around. I think trying to find a compound where he can sit down,
Yep.
and well, didn't succeed with that thing
looked
there.
like the X-Chris joined in the fight, so that means
I
Bait
think
Academy gets one
I'm
knock.
pretty sure Extras and his
Cable
team
Knights.
Bait Academy is taking this compound here because they just knocked Shinnas down with a headshot from a Car 98. So that's very fast rotation. They know they're all
Look
for.
at that rotation straight on. When
Because
they
they
get
know.
the one knock, that's
They know.
when
That's the
they
time. That's the
jump
time.
in. They know
And,
that there should be one or two
Another
members
good
down.
thing is that there's only Sextono left because they have no other members of their team left. Let's see what Razy does. Or actually, let's look at Sextono because he's the only member of this team left. So
Well,
and he
yeah.
knows he's not getting
Yeah.
Shinnas up in no way in hell.
In this moment, like it's more like if you hide and wait or you go and fight.
At this point, no. At this point, I'm thinking one kill. That's the only thing that you can get, and that's not gonna happen. When we talk about that, Razy actually run into to skill Sextono, but Funz found a knock on him.
Where the
I'm
hell
not
is Funz?
sure where Funz is, and
Where
they're all the way up on this mountain. Actually, while we talk about Nordic Goblins, they are flanking from Team 18, which stole spies. They just flank Nafut. They should be able to finish him off as well. Let's see what this fight happens with Team. Yeah, actually, for Nate's flying in more to strike on them.
But looks like the team Antwerp is gonna be trying to scale up the mountain and try to find a P9 up there.
Well, they got
as well.
they got one member of Team Nordic Goblins, and that's all they are actually looking for. They got only one kill. They're not looking forward to push anywhere closer to that because they only have 3 members left.
Yeah, I really like the rotation from the Bait Academy. They showed the PUBG in its finest.
And actually, you know, I was talking about this, and how lucky are Dator Pasole
again
for the second game in a row. Where they are sitting, they took this Gatka area, and that's where they have been sitting for like since the first zone.
Look at the middle.
Obviously,
That's
yeah,
where the clash gonna happen.
That's
right?
the Rakes and Victor. There's only 2 members left though. S3 died from LQ, and they already know that there's some other teams next to them. There should be some fights here. Cloudtail gets a knock onto Team Praise the Lord. So
there's 2 fights right now
it's
happening.
actually Ignis from a off angle as well. Gets the knock on Cloudtail, but with the car blocked, looks like they will be able to get Cloudtail on as well. That's some nice strategies, as you can see here, with some nice blocking the cars.
But look at the timer, only 10 seconds left for the phase 4 to start
Well,
turning
yeah, and,
in. So that
Hank
means
is actually gonna get picked up as well. Well, let's see. It's actually, I'm thinking Team Bad Academy is gonna push this team of Praise the Lord. It's only 3 members of them alive. So let's see what happens here.
Mr. Knight, you have to be really precise now. All the headshots has to be going in your way, because right now, if they scale these houses, they have a really good way to push into zone. Look at from
Actually,
behind
yeah,
the Team 16.
That's actually now is the teammate is actually gone.
Yep.
Now finally Figure 05 is actually gone because Fake goes down. It's
Oh,
Hank
what a
knocked again.
surprise for the
For
Mr. Knights.
Yeah.
Misses a few shots, but right now, Razy going to be
Crazy
finishing him
goes
off.
in as well, yeah, and gets the sick one, and that's X-Chris onto Puck the Lord, so let's Praise the Lord in number 12.
Yeah.
They are out as well, and Bait Academy are just getting all these kills while we talk about it. Razy actually got some shots. I think it was from Team TMG.
Yeah, the Team TMG, they have these, what are they called in English?
Well,
things.
Where you said, you know, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these places where they are located right now. These
Ooh,
rotations
they
from here
have-
are pretty hard.
They were like millimeters away to find the nade inside
Well,
those.
we see Cloudtail's actually pushing in. He's not gonna let them go anywhere, and it just looks like they are playing so aggressive. Already with 5 kills, still 36 people alive, and they are not even expecting that. And while Cloudtail actually is trying to get that kill, Art is actually knocking him off, and that's the second knock on Cloudtail. The good thing is they are in a low ground, but let's see if Ignis can actually do something with this.
He can
Actually,
surprise them
good shots, some good
indeed.
shots.
He gets
And
almost
Razy
one
actually
down.
kills Cloudtail with a nade.
But in the reply, he got down the Ignis as well. But right now, it's Express.
But that's Razy and Ixris both dead.
Yep.
I think if Mr. Knights can clutch
Knights
this,
can do
he's
this.
all by himself, and he gets now.
LQ finishes him
That's
off with
the
a
Bait
really
Academy
well put.
with 5 kills, but 11th place. That was insane. That was I guess a bit more aggressive, but it
While
was.
all that was happening right now, General and Spyro together found some kills on the kill side as well. LQ is still finding some more people
Yeah, that's
from
DMG. That's
DMG.
DMG. Yeah,
DMG is
all of them out.
2 from zone, 1 got shot by Suffolk, and that's it. They are all
Well,
out.
And
Team
while we
17,
talk about
those
that's
are-
team Total Spies out as well on team number 9.
Yep.
A lot of fights going on in this early obviously minutes, and that's Vicious killing off last member of team 9 who were Mr. I wanted to say Mr. Not Mr. This one's I'm not
But
sure.
in
I
these
think it
last
was
seconds,
Glitch again.
Artubs, the team finished out the Totally Spies, and as well they finished the team 10. That's Ensure, so that means in the last minute they finished 2 teams straight out.
A lot of action going on right now. Well, we still have all 4 members of Team Division alive. We still have Team Daropasol just grinding this zone. They are so lucky with it.
Let's take a second and have a breather and look at the zone. Right now, the Gatka is again the middle center where the fight's going to be happening. Right now, the P9 has to go down from the hill slowly but surely. They will have to take those
P9,
houses
even
where
though
the
they have-
aggressive but supporter are. And the Team 17, the Artub is going to be scaling down them as well from the side and try to get some kills.
Well, the best thing for them to do would be try to take this compound. What Spyro already does is just tries to kill. Try to get some damage. Obviously, get a knock. So the Team P9 is getting to the same idea that Team Bait Academy had, with getting 1 knock. Obviously, pushing in the compound because they cannot know how many people are in this compound right here.
Yep. Well, in these moments, I think when you go for these houses, you have to expect that all 4 are there.
Yeah, obviously, always. That's
that
what
has
you
to be the
expect.
mindset, always.
Because you had so much action, the kill feed was going just nuts. There was so much action, so much kills going down.
In this moment, Arman smells the Senko Papapai, and
They already found him. They already found some damage on him. Actually, General gets the knock on second power, and this is the time. This is the time for them to push in, try to get this compound out from these guys, and well. Let's see if they actually succeed on doing so.
Look at the rotation right now from Team Artops. Right now, they can surprise not only the team.
Actually, Anchor Power gets knocked another time with a nade, and this is pretty much and that's the Roxy God leaving him. He knows, he understands that there's a whole team pushing them. Roxy's low as well. He understands there's no way I can get him.
He's waiting, but
play.
look at that. The Team Artops is really close to them, and if they join in this fight,
I'm pretty sure they're not going to do it because even though they have full 4-man, they know P9 they are really strong. And actually, what we talk about that, Armand gets knocked by Roxy, but General straight up trades that kill. So that's a team number 6.
I think the best play for him was to jump into the car and sit in the back seat and wait out.
Well, maybe, but I would prefer actually him running across this road and just lie in the grass. That's what I would prefer. Maybe, for example, place like this, or maybe even in the bush here. That's what I would prefer. Even he tried to get this kill and knock on Armand, he got it, but it's not the. You have to play for that place. You have to get that maximum advantage.
Exactly. But right now, let's look at the whole picture. We are slowly
going next zone
to the 22 minutes of the game. We have 5 teams left and 19 people alive. That's a lot of people alive.
A zone. They are having the time of their life sitting here in Gatka. They had a rotation from Primworks to Gatka, and that's all they did in this game.
Yeah, we have 4 squads with 3 members alive and 1 squad with 5. That's a lot of people for the end game. This is going to be a really packed, fightful end game.
We have
right now,
I full
hope
lineup of Arthrops.
Observer is full with energy to show us all the fights on everything what happens.
Full lineup of Team Division, full lineup of P9, and just 3 members of Team Garlic Cola. So that's Spyro. While we talk about that, Spyro actually gets a really nice nade on Skelly, and I think that's a nade flew into the door, but doesn't get a kill, doesn't get a finish from him. Let's see what happens with P9 and this Team Matrovs. That's some killing going down here. Because they know they got a knock, so they are trying to get. General actually gets the kill on Skelly, doesn't get picked up. So they know they got the kill, so they are rotating back now because they understand it's a full mortar strike coming in. While we talk about that, Team Division, they are not letting anything to Team Dator pass out. They are just pushing in.
They found them, and in that moment when they find the Dator pass out,
they just got that first knock. Obviously, we can see LQ is just playing very, very aggressive, not giving them anything, any room to breathe. Obviously, you see just Duplex right now going to the second floor. Let's see what happens with this fight right here. A lot of nades coming in. You can see, obviously, the nades are just the thing that you need to be very, very afraid of. Actually, Faris gets a nade kill onto New River. And Tuplex is just on this high ground here. I think he knows that they are outside. I think he actually might surprise somebody from this up on position that he's on the roof right here. Let's see what happens.
Really good position right now. He saw 3 members down there.
That's actually Faris knocking off LQ as well. So that's 2 knocks here. And that's Tuplex actually. Yeah, he saw this member. That's actually Dator Passer looks like they are about to go down. It's a lot of fighting going on. I think it's situation 2 against 1 right now. Flabber is the only one left.
And he gets 3 down, like right now Flabber is 1 versus 1.
That's Duplex. That's Duplex, yeah, that's 1 versus 1. Flabber actually goes down all the way to 8 HP. But Flabber actually gets the full wipe. 4 people all the way.
Single-handedly knocks out every single one of the Dator Pasola, and right now he's the hero of that fight.
While we were watching that fight, General actually and Spyro are the only 2 guys left. Spyro inside the smoke trying to get some kills on Adams. He actually managed to do so all the way down to 16 HP. General's really low as well. While we talk about that, Dons has actually helped them as well by killing another member of their team.
1 minute passed, and all we have is only 8 people alive on the map. 4 teams still, so that means spread evenly 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2.
Adamski's still lying in the smoke, so that's team finishing it off. Spyro actually gets another knock, but that's Marks. Marks coming off with this snake play, and nobody actually noticed him. And that's General. General doesn't see him as well. They didn't understand where he is.
It was all about the snake
play. And then behind the car, Marks knows there's another guy there. Well, actually, yeah, and he finds him as well, so that's another kill for Marks. 4 kills in just this situation, I'm pretty sure.
And again, half a minute go fast, and we have 3 teams left, 4 members alive on the map. We
that
have
was
1
an
versus
insane
1 versus
endgame.
2.
I'm lost for my voice, man.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, this was really an energetic fight will be happen. Let's look at the big picture. We have the 2 members from the Godly Cola alive as well. We have the Flabber. What we have, a remarkable fight from his side.
Warrior.
Yeah, and right now Marks is the
Marks knows that Marks knows that we have another zone switch, and obviously team number 7, who's Garlic Cole, yes, they have to rotate inside the zone because they have nothing else to do because he's just peeking, but Mark gets some 2 nice really shots from Don. Says he has to heal up, and he doesn't have any med kits. The only thing he has is bandages.
But while all this is happening, we have
Ericus, yes.
Pushing from a different side.
Well, while we're looking at that, actually, Flabber might get these,
He's
these
waiting
shots.
for it.
He knows that he might be this guy, this 3rd person.
Come on.
Let's see what happens. Let's see, Flabber. Don't fail us. No, we believe in you.
Come on, do it.
We believe in Flabber.
Come on, shoot! Oh, he sees the blood right now, and heal, and yes, Flabber actually
gets it. And he's gonna try to finish him
I got
up.
a bit of
anxiety.
It's
actually gonna be 1 versus 1 versus 1. So let's see if Marks actually maybe tries to steal this kill, but no, Flabber gets it. That's his 5th kill. 5th kill by Flabber, 10 kills on Team Division altogether.
Oh, he's just can't, like right now he's the guy having the whole team on his back and carrying them through.
Well, he carried this game hard on that fight in Gatka. It was insane. Well, let's see. The next zone switch. Everybody's staying in the grass. Snake strategies are working out for people all around the map. We have some aerial views right here. We can see Mark's lying down in the grass. Erika's lying down in the grass. And Flabber is, well, there as well.
Right now we have the Flabber trying to pick out the fight, and it looks like it's just going to be the Team 7. So Garlic Cola fighting through the Arterbs for the victory up there, and then one of those gladiators is going to be
Well,
fighting
I'm
the
pretty
Flabber.
sure. I'm pretty sure Flabber. Yeah, he stays all the way in the second place. That's a definite. Between these two guys, Marks and Ericas, I'm expecting to see a fight here. If Marks overstays his welcome line in his grass right here, he might
Yeah.
overstate it and obviously
Yeah,
takes
exactly.
such take too long to rotate in, and Ericas might find him, but he has to check the grass. This
I
is what
think
he has to do.
in this map, this is the longest time without the battle, without anyone shooting, what we have run through. Still, 3 members alive, 3 teams. The phase is shifting right now. The zone's going to
Well,
be
I want to see what
fighting
Marks
up.
does. Well, I want to see what Marks does in this situation because he has to know that one guy is still in the grass. He knows the Flabber is far away with their car, but Erika
Ooh.
seems like he knows where. Obviously, he hears steps. He has footsteps.
Obviously, if you were born as a snake, die as a snake as well.
Well, but
Play
Marks is
it
playing it
through.
really. Marks playing it really safe, which I do like to see. This grass
And
is
why not? Like if it played out before, you know, these
Marks
these
just staying outside the
strats.
zone, and this is not the place where you want to stay outside the zone because you imagine this jumping won't help him as well. He has some smokes. Why didn't he throw him any earlier than this?
Zericas knows where he's now.
Well, he hears some steps, but looks like
Well,
Marks played
all
some
what I hear
smokes
is your
strategy.
voice, so I don't know if he hears the
Definitely.
steps.
No, he should hear the steps because you know the footstones actually.
Flabber.
Well, we talk about Flabber, and
Yep.
he gets that one car shot onto him. Well, Marks is trying to do some shooting into the inside the ground. Nobody gets any hits, but Marks. Let's see. The Flabber actually, yeah,
And Flabber
gets
wins
it.
the
And,
fight,
well,
obviously.
We talked about Flabber. He's getting at least second place because his positional advantage was such a high one. Flabber are trying to throw some smoke, so that's 1 versus 1. Marks from Athropos, or how did you say it?
I don't know, Athrops.
Athros or Athropos. I don't know why I love to say
cares?
Athropos, but that's a duel. I'm putting my money on
You know,
Flabber. I'm putting my money on Flabber.
Dude, if they're gonna go to the land, then I'm gonna learn how to spell their
How
team.
to spell it. I'm gonna ask him after today.
Ooh, a spicy
Nice
game we had
nades,
now.
Nice
It's
nades
still
flying in. They
everyone's
know
game.
where each other are.
Flabber with the so
Flabber actually
division,
took a lot of damage from this nade right now, and Marks gets in the return the
it's
same thing.
still everyone's game. It's just they are trading and knock to knock, and it's just 23 health. Other guys with the full health, and now it's gonna be even again. But Flabber has a
Love
little
to see
bit.
two Latvian duel. Love to see it.
But I think Flabber has a little bit of upper hand in this final battle. What's going to be happening because he has to shift out. He has to shift out.
Yeah, the zone is going to shift
the
out
rock.
from the Mark should be running out first.
There he is, and
He has a smoke in front of him, and Flabber. That's who I that's who I put my money on, and Flabber with a win, a huge kills inside
really
Gatka.
interesting battle. What we
Well
had
played by
at
Flabber.
the end, and right now, good props and well deserved for the division with the Flabber at the end. Getting
First
the
win.
4 kills in one battle, and after that, just knocking everyone on the map.
Really,
with the
really
Car
nice.
98.
Really nice and actual, full of action late game. Really enjoyed this game.
And surprisingly, we didn't see the Bait Academy or P9 for those late game actions. What we usually do, we see the Bait Academy surviving all that or P9. But right now, see the underdogs. I must say, like the Artops. There, right? And they actually survived.
And definitely
and we
well
had
played
the
by
snake
them.
battles happening. We got the nades missed and hit and
Well played by these guys.
a good
Hot
map,
game.
a hot game. I can see my redness in the reflection as well. I think this was a spicy one. And talking about spicy things,
let's go through the top 5. I think maybe
let's go
through
through
the
the
top
5 and
team.
We
Team
have
Flabber,
in the first one
Team
division.
Flabber. I wanted to say Team Flabber.
it was Team Flabber. I understand
Team
where it comes
Flabber.
from. It is Team Flabber.
Yeah,
but
Team Division in the first place with 12 kills in total. Then we have Team Athros with, I can't count, 9 kills in total. Then Team Donkeys and Ericas, that's
P5,
Garlic Cola, yes. And then
yes,
the
in the
P9.
third position.
P9 are pretty close in all the games that we have seen today. Placed third in the first game, second in the second game, now fourth with some kills, obviously 5 kills in total.
They definitely have shifted their game. If they started in the 13 or 14 position, then right now I would say that they are somewhere in the top 4, top 5 right now, even after this game.
And then,
so that's a huge step
and then
up
to
from
finish up top 5 is actually my favorite. Dator Pasole.
Dude, you're screwed. if they're
I
gonna
am
st-
indeed.
if they're gonna keep on playing like that, then totally Spy is gonna be left in their shadow, and I
Well,
win in a
Totally
prediction
Spies, I
game.
think, went out somewhere in place number 9.
Oh,
So
happy
a
day.
lot of action in this game. I really
Yep,
enjoyed the end game of this game. And if we look,
there it
yeah,
is.
there we are. There we are with the total standings after game number 3 of second week.
In the first place, without any surprises, we have the Bait Academy with placement points 35. Not a lot if you compare it with other teams that are really close, but what gets them in the first place is the kill points 66 after this game, and total points 101. They're the first ones to knock
Reach the
down the
100,
100. Yeah.
definitely.
In
Then
the
the
second
team,
position, division,
team
carried by
division,
Flabber, or
Flabber,
as
Team
we
Flabber,
now gonna
Team
call Team
Flabber
Flabber.
after
In the
today.
third position, really surprisingly, is P9. They overtook the SCP
SCP
Esports.
went out in 16
Yep,
without any kills. No, sorry. They got one kill on Paharet in this game,
that
but
doesn't
that's
count.
just one.
If you kill Paharet, it's like 0 kills anyway. And
Toxic.
in the fourth position, we have SCP Esport. In the fifth, we have Aggressive
Yeah,
Weapons
Nordic
Proto.
Goblins got pushed down to 6th.
After the really remarkable game number
Number
2,
2.
they are in the team in the position of
But it's
6.
such a small point difference there we see between teams of maybe Beta Academy and Division has run it a bit further away with 101
Yeah.
and 75 than we see obviously between P9 and Team Nordic Goblins, which is between 3rd and 6th. We only have what 10-point difference.
Basically, if one of those teams,
One game.
while they
That's
are in
one
the game, farts in the wrong place, then all is shifted. And right now, you're in the 7th place, and Cable Knights are
Finishing up.
securing that 8th place, what they've been securing for the last 3 seasons. If we look further in the 9 to 16, we're going to see no surprises there as well, but I'm really curious who's in the last place. Those are
Why
my
are you doing
girls,
this to me?
Totally Spies,
Why are
with
you
9
doing this to
points,
me?
with 9 kill points, and that's where they are down there.
Well,
But
Dadar Pascal on the 14th with 21 points. So that's, as I said, just one
it's
game.
it's
Total
still,
Spies.
dude,
Give me something, guys.
dude, it's still like if one of those teams win a game, one of us are screwed.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much.
how it goes. But let's give a big props to Atrops. I think they
finishing
were
this
one of
game.
the last. But
They were
ro-
15th after
Yeah.
between starting today. They were 15,
Yeah, and right now they were in the 12th position. So good
picking up
props
some
to
points.
them.
Yeah, definitely.
And look at the point difference: 28, 28, 28, 26,
Definitely
22,
the starting
21.
from 9 to all the way down to 16. That's basically just one game difference.
Exactly.
One good game, you are all the way up to
And
top
right
8.
now we are only in week number 2.
Definitely
Who
a
knows
lot
what's
of
going to happen
changes.
in
A
week
lot of
number
changes
6?
coming in.
You have to be there to see all that happening. I believe we have some replays from this game, some interesting moments as well, or some moments where we laughed or what we saw were really remarkable. For now, let's slowly turn to that. But before, I want to ask, what is the from week number 1? Which team you thought going to be not from Debate Academy and P9? I want to
Okay,
know
okay.
which other team were the one that shined and you remembered from
Well,
team number 1?
from the first week, I would like to say that I wasn't even looking at the top part of the team. For example, Division, obviously, I expected them to do well as they are right now, doing it really well. But I was expecting a bit more from teams like Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Obviously, same with Nordic Goblins.
They showed
Nordic
their
Goblins, I do
names,
like how they shoot. I do love the aim. I see it. I
Yeah.
see that they can shoot.
but what they are
Something is
lacking.
missing.
What's happening?
Something is missing. I'm not sure what yet. Because
Well-
it seems like after the second game, what we saw,
Yeah.
everything went great for them. Nice rotations, good positioning,
Uh-huh.
really good. The next game, it's all lost.
Yeah,
not there.
and the question is because who's the team right now in the week number 2 that shines out and has shown that they are actually playing and they can.
If
they can
we don't
provide-
look at top 3, for example,
yeah,
if we don't look
yeah.
at
If you
top
don't
3,
look at the top 3,
I love what I see from Aggressivo but Suproto because most of the games we've seen only 2 of them playing.
yeah,
As we see, the lineup was they have is like Italiano, Vac, these strong
a
players that
lot
they
of
can
strong players.
play.
Yeah.
But we only see Roxy God and Senka Papao, your lovely nickname there.
Yeah. We need
they
to
are
make a
2 of-
shirt.
it's only 2 of them playing, and they are still managing to get this top 5, top 6. Imagine if the full lineup was there.
Well, probably a lot of things would shift, and my favorites right now are the Arterps. That is like underdogs slowly crawling through and showing that they can do some high action as well, and of course Team Flabber. So have you participated in Gleam giveaway anytime?
Yeah, I've done it. I've done the following to the YouTube, to the Twitch
Yes.
channel, tweeting out something,
Yes.
and there's a lot more things. I can't even get through them all because
Looking at our sponsor websites, looking at some of their newest things what they are selling and providing and making. All what you have to do is go to HyperTown, no, BSL.pro/giveaway. That's where it is. And right now, if you write in the chat, exclamation mark Gleam, and press enter, you're going to see a message popping up.
Yeah.
And all what you have to do, open the Gleam up. Can we do it? We're going to show you live how you do it, all right? BSL.pro giveaway. Yes, press enter and you are redirected. Look at that.
Baltic Esports League invites you and your friends to participate in this amazing giveaway.
Amazing giveaway. Wow. What
are those all the things you can get?
Exactly. Those are all the things that you can get for free right now. Those are the prizes. There are gaming monitor from Samsung. Free monitor.
Yeah.
If you have one, you're going to have two. If you have two, you're going to have three. If you have four, then, well, maybe don't participate in the giveaway or do it and then sell it. I don't know. Who cares what you're going to do it? It's a free monitor.
Yeah, there's a lot more things like, look, memory cards, notepads, power banks. Everybody needs a power bank these days.
All the things that we have in behind of us, if you can look at the shelf, you can see we have the caps, we have the Monopoly, we have the figurines, the games, and all that is from psx.lv store. And still, if you participate in the giveaway, you can win all that. Let's go lower. Let's see how you can do that. All what you have to do is subscribe, visit the website, visit the Facebook,
follow,
join. You already
on Twitter.
Exactly. I want to believe that you all already follow all those websites and or social medias and stuff like that. But all what you have to do now is sign up.
Yeah.
It takes, while we are waiting for the next game, now we're going to go for a little commercial break. And while all that is happening, fill the forms, fill in, and maybe you're going to be eligible to win free things.
And we already have the start of the game. Number 4, guys. The plane is flying over the middle of the map, which is right across El Pozo, obviously, to San Martin, and then all the way to El Azahar. First team's landing, still see Team EP, as we saw in the first game, who landed in El Pozo. Nothing changes there. We see Team P9, who's going to go all the way down in the search for the cars, and then probably go all the way down to Valle del Mar, as they did in the second game.
The question still stands. How many teams in Pecado? Still the highest has been two. The highest has been two.
I'm starting to put that there should be only one now. You know?
But really interesting play by Debate Academy. They are putting their guys around the Hacienda del Patron. This is the region what I really despise playing through in the public game, because it's a lot of action, and we know PUBG and it's lagging a bit as well.
There's
a lot of people.
Especially in early games, there should be, because there's way more people in the server. Obviously, the lag is so much bigger. But we see Minas Generales, actually, it seems like the two, even three squads are there. We see Dator Pasal there. We see
Cable Knights,
we see Atropos, and Atropos, my guys. And we actually see a zone which is huge. It's a huge zone. Why? Because we see, let me talk about the zone first. Yep. Yeah, I'll talk about the zone, because this zone, guys, remember our fourth game last week when we had zone all the way up in the La Cobreria, and where basically zone is never there? This is pretty much the same, but this is even worse, guys. Why? Because, as you know, I'm reminding this once again, the zone can never end in a water.
Altogether, zone can end in water. There we go. There we go.
And there's only 4 teams right now inside the circle. So
what I wanted to point out is in the Monte Novo, we have 2 teams and probably fighting in just a few seconds from now. Figaro 5 and then Shore, because right now they are in the houses down there. And it looks like it can be a fight really early, as we have the Thunder scoping out and trying to find someone alive there.
They're moving really, really slowly, and they know that there's another team with them here in this. Minas, it wasn't Minas, no, Monte Nuovo, sorry, Monte Nuovo it is. And, as we can see, you know, they're really safe playing Speedo. Speedo's playing a little bit more aggressive, but I'm not sure Speedo actually knows that there's a guy in this house.
Well,
It
this
looks
is,
like he does.
yeah,
It looks
now
like
he
does,
knows.
yeah.
Like now when we check the first angle, that's where he knows. Yeah.
Is rotating closer. Actually, might find Speedo at this
Ooh,
point as
no
well.
scope. That's rough for him.
Okay, he found him actually. As soon as I call it.
Yep.
He found him as well, and that's Speedo. Actually, Speedo went down the first one in the first and the third game as well, the last game. But Gora does trade him straight away, so that's Gora's trading with 1 kill per each team. The situation here is again that I said there's only two members of team Inshore left, so alive, and there's 3 members obviously of team.
That's
Figure
a
05.
bit of unfortunate sandwich right now what they have in the Montenuovo, and I think they have to just get the hell out of there.
Well,
This is not the moment
Armin's
for them
actually
to
saw
fight.
Armin's actually saw the one guy coming out from the house, but actually didn't hit any shots on his spray right there. Actually, once again tries to find him, doesn't get anything. But actually has a car, and he actually gets some shots. And Vicious with a great
What a team tag! What a team tag!
Definitely, really well played by 2 guys, Vicious and Gora. A nice team played there. But Gora actually goes down to a fat kid's can't sneak.
Yeah, and
know this
he
guy
gets
and
the
he
Gora
finishes
down
off, so
and finishes him as well.
Well, that means Vicious is all by himself against 2 members of team Figure 05.
As that
I'm
old
not a
song
fan of
goes.
these early fights, but as a spectator, you love to see it.
Yeah, and always still it's going on. The Fat Kid is laying down some more damage to the Vicious face, getting 1 bullet down on his chest, and looks like he almost gets the second one as well. But while he's shooting from the range, Vicious is still approaching. And
well, I'm surprised. This is the 2nd week of BSL already. This is the 8th game of.
No scope. M24. Can he do it?
No scope. crazy person Thunder there. But what I'm surprised still about is still people cannot land in the positions where they don't meet each other in the early game, and that's surprising because it's already 8 games.
Yeah.
You know, this is the 4th game on. Obviously, the plane flies differently. And actually,
And
while
still,
here,
the 8th game, and still people are driving their own teammates over.
that's never-ending story, man. that's something that is never-ending. I think that's that's Patrick the Lord.
It's always the changing gear, you know.
Well, it happens, you know, but let's see what happens with our rotations. I see the division guys already both rotating in, and trying to rotate inside the zone. But yeah, it's actually ridiculous with my team Total Spies. I gave him some positive vibes in a break.
No, don't shoot, don't shoot.
We need
just
some positive vibes, actually.
Ooh, Vicious.
Yeah, Vicious actually got the kill on Thunder, who was trying to get him. Let's see what goes down in Montenuo. And he actually finished this kill up, so this looks like a fight between Fat Kid and Vicious. And, well,
misses everything.
Some misses there. Well, this is
he peeks out, shoots few bullets, and forgets where he was shooting.
This is now because you have on both ways you have a high-low ground. So basically, the road is on the high ground, and both ways works as a low ground. So you can rotate around, run left to right, left to right. So
these moments are so frustrating to watch. Like we as a spectator
we
know where they are,
see where they are, but they can't.
Fight.
But I don't think Vicious is gonna give this up. I think Vicious is gonna go all the way. It looks like he's gonna go all the way until
if
he gets.
he goes and eliminates down the figure of 5 so early in the game, that's a really good payback for those 2 teammates that he lost earlier.
Definitely, but let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens, Vicious.
A good rotation.
He finds it. Nice 2-tap by
Two-tap.
Vicious. Very well played. 4 kills for the game, so that's already a team. That number 8, Figure 05, goes out and plays number 16. Packard actually blows himself to pieces. Not really sure what happened there. We do have the first drop landed. Where's Packard? Oh, he got blown up. Okay. Well, it just looked like he killed himself.
I think someone was shooting him, and he got the last damage by himself to the car.
Okay. Might be the case.
Well, as we can't find him, that means he is out.
He is indeed. If we have a look, obviously, the survival list as well. M249 in the water with third gear.
A really clean drop. Well,
No,
now
no
there's
medkits,
no
no tactical
medkits, yeah.
stock, stuff like that.
This goes back a few years ago when the game came out. Yeah.
Actually, if we have a look at it, then Pakret is out. Vicious is the only one from his team. Team Ensure. Then we have two members. That has been two members for the all day long today. Unfortunately for them, Roxy God and Senka Papao. Both of them only played two of them this whole day of
Well,
second week.
still, the first phase is coming in as we approach the time at the 8 minutes. We still have 15 teams left on the map and 54 people alive. As I say that, probably 53.
Well, while we're talking here, Vegas actually goes down to Ruby, who's just fighting outside the zone. And, well played by them. And I'm not sure what he was doing still there because all of his teammates are already inside the zone.
Playing the
next to
game of
Hacienda.
PUBG. That's what he was doing, and unfortunately, that didn't go in his
Well,
favor.
Shinas is trying to land some shots onto X Chris and Bait Academy. Cloudtail, see here's some cars crossing like next to him, tries to land some shots with Carnage.
Okay, if
we
he
do
lands one of these shots, like, he has to be.
I'm getting him drunk then, straight up. He's probably coming to Riga, so I'm giving him like bottle of vodka straight up. But no luck there, no cigar for him.
Yep, or in this case, no bottle.
No bottle. But we still see P9 rotating in. Actually, good rotations for them all the way across the map, on the bottom side of the map, and they are rotating inside Puerto.
Yeah,
Puerto.
I think the P9 have learned a little bit more
And
from
the
Bait
zone
Academy.
shift, and the zone shift is crazy. The zone shift is crazy.
Where can you fight there? Like, there's only one mountain, few houses, and that's it. That's all what you have.
This zone is pretty crazy. I am expecting to see a lot of people going into El Azahar at this point. For definitely guys from Team Total Spies are getting into some good position, but it looks like they might meet Team G here. But, well, while we talk about that, Nordic Goblins are actually going on to, actually almost does it, but just jumps out
No
at the right
balls.
moment.
That's a moment of no balls. That was a
Fonz
moment
is not
he had
looking
to
at him.
approach.
Fonz is looking at a totally different
One hit.
team.
One hit, two hits, one hit.
Well, yeah, but he has a guy on his right, and that's what I'm looking at. Like, Kalimela is here, and he's just like,
Go it.
Kalimela is just playing this. You
A
know,
little
look at
hedge
this,
is
look
gonna
at
be
this,
popping
and he's
out.
gonna
There
find,
it
yes,
is.
definitely, he finds Mapu. Now he has to slide.
Start.
Now he has to fall back because this is what I was talking about. He gets straight up knocked out. He had to get the knock, finish him, and run away straight as he can because he was the only member. Now what happens? They are going to pick Nafu up, and well, they lose Kalimela for nothing.
Yeah, they didn't even trade. Like, he couldn't finish it out. I think he had to wait out a bit more because there were no information about him. He just had to wait for the fight to proceed.
They had to ask for somebody from his team, which is Team G. Obviously, some of the guys had to rotate closer to him.
Yep.
For example, Ignas had to go like to this area here. Well, and as we see Skelly as well, landing some good shots actually onto Team Division.
Well, the team Suffolk loses one of...
Suffolk actually went down. Suffolk went down here.
I mean, Team Flabber loses one
Team
of...
Flabber loses already, yeah. One of the members, Elky, is pretty low as well, but I think they should be pretty good on the position they are having right now.
I have a bad feeling that it's going to be all again about the Flabber and the end
let's
game.
see what happens with the rest of the teams because there's a long rotation. The zone is closing up pretty soon as well.
A really interesting move from the P9. They took the road that no one else took, and right now they're approaching the zone almost inside of it, like in the middle
already
part.
inside the zone, and I like the position they have chosen right here in this bottom part. Obviously, this is a very good rotation because they know the zone cannot end in the water. They have really good rotation away from the part where they are, and there's nobody's actually there. That's a lot of shots coming in from Team Atravos here. All four members still alive. One member, Adamski, with a 1 kill. I think it was on Supi as well.
Another M249 was in the drop. We just saw landing. I think that's going to be helping someone if the zone shifts on that side. Otherwise than that, it's a really, really bad position.
And
for
then
if
we have a look at the kill rankings, Vicious with these 3 kills on the team of was a figure of 5 that was fighting. Yeah, all three kills there.
Yeah, in this moment, I think what Vicious has to do is get in the middle, wait out for the fights, because he already earned some points for the team. Now he needs more possession.
Actually, Kivish gets a kill on Elky, straight up kill there, and it was both Kivish and General were rotating in, and Kivish actually just survived on the sliver of his health.
He was alone.
Yeah,
again.
Elky was alone. Elky was alone
What
in
is
this compound here.
The question is about what is Division doing? Like, why are they leaving alone players?
Not really sure at this situation. We didn't really see what happened there.
Cloudtail is
Yeah,
1
Cloudtail,
versus 4. He
yeah,
gets 1
and
kill,
he gets Coffee's,
finishes
but
it off as well.
He gets finished him straight away. We have another zone ship which just switches all the way back pretty much from everybody. It's Nordic Goblins are actually Nordic Goblins. Yeah, they are fighting team Gold Spies.
Yeah, and Nordic
Gold
Goblins
Spies
finishes them
and
out.
Team Gold Spies goes out
And
in place
another
number
point goes in my
50.
pocket, only because Totally Spies dies out, and the team is out in the 15th position,
Well,
so
my
that means
good
no
life
points for
didn't
them.
help at all. But Dator Pasol, while we talk about our team Dator Pasol is getting well 2 knocks from General just right here on the spot, and that's your team out as well. It looks like.
Well, both of those teams are out, so now let's focus back to the game as we look at the whole picture.
Actually, no.
The zone's going to be shifting.
We still have Rit. If we look, because the game is live, I don't trust it anymore. We still have Rit alive. So that's, your team is still there.
Knowing him, he's going to die really fast anyway, so hey.
Well, Armand
shots
and,
fired.
Armand and Spyro are finding some shots as well. Here they actually got Roxy and then just leaving Senka Papao all by himself. Same as Vicious. These two guys are just solo warriors for their teams.
Yep, and I think in this moment of the game when the zone's starting to shift, you have to get the hell out of the blue zone. This is the moment when it starts to hurt. Before the phase 4, you can't get back. But now this is like the moment where you are.
I was just talking about team Dator Pasol. I was talking that there has still 1 member left.
What is that spray, General?
And Rit just jumps. I think Ray just jumped out of the car by himself and died. Not to give any points to team P9.
Why? Well, a helpful trade. You know why shouldn't?
Well, you know.
I don't like suicide.
There's no friendship. I don't either, but you never know what might happen. There's actually
a spicy fight for the Bait Academy. Right now they are squeezed in by the blue star. That's from the team Nordic Goblins.
That's X-Chris. Well, that's Razy all the way
from
down.
up there finds another kill and finishes out.
You wouldn't think this is a bad position right here, but it seems like it is a bit.
Yep.
Like X-Chris, well, as you can see, he's trying to run away.
It's so interesting for him to move around. Maybe he will shift or not. I don't know.
Well, the blue star should heal up himself. He has 5 medkits. I'm not sure if he's still running around.
So interesting that Mr. Knights tries to land some shots there, but he finds a car, so that means he will go back to safety if he don't flip.
Yeah, man.
Good driving from him.
Mr. Knights is still all good there. Team G actually got a knock while we were looking there at the Team Bait Academy. Team G got a knock. Andrew Return Mafu.
Yeah,
we saw the really good shots from Car98 in the last week.
Yeah, it's so random that Nordic Goblins were fighting with the Bait Academy. They turn around and instantly knock down one more from the different team, from Team G. They just find the shots really precisely left and right. As we just shifted to Vicious, and he's trying to get in the zone by himself.
We have another zone switch, which is a huge one. It goes all the way down, so actually it's a really good zone switch for P9 and a lot of other teams. It's not so good for, well, for the rest of the teams, let's say.
A good gift for the Praise the Lord. It looks like it's a fast and easy drop for them. MK14 with the military and military vest and helmet level 3 and level 3.
Well, we will have some fights going on right now between teams Nordic Goblins and TMG. Artie goes down. Blue Star just went down straight away, gets finished off. It all actually knocks, but as we can see, he's moving really, really slowly. That's Sanka Papao, actually.
Well, even in this map, we have the snakes.
Definitely, but he just finished off, and he should be going down in a second as well, I think.
Almost another one. Ooh, he's so close, and right now he gets finished off by Flabber. From Flabber from a different side of the map.
If we do switch to Team G, I think we should have some more action going on here. It's 2 versus 2 in here. But it's B9 actually finding a team of Yor. And might do some shots here. And that's actually Adamski. That's Adamski. I was actually expecting for P9 to get some shots, but that's Adamski finishing.
Just now, Adamski stole a kill from Spyro. Spyro got like the 2/3 of the health down, and then the Adamski just fired 1 bullet, stole the kill.
General goes down to Flabber, which was unfortunate, really unfortunate, because Flabber and all of the rest of the team are in a compound, so that's a really good cover here. And but it looks like they will be able to get General off, so he's not going down. But Spyro is getting some shots. He actually hears the shots that Team Division is landing onto them. But
right now we are looking at the SC Pirmais eSport, they are squeezed in the middle of the two teams, Cable Knight and the team Arthrops. So that means right now only, I think, one member of the SC Pirmais eSports are alive, and he has to fight for his life as the team Cable Knights are approaching the battle. But while that is happening, the team 9, those are the Nordic Goblins, finishes off the team G, and X-Chris
and
gets
Nexus
one
actually
more
gets
as well.
Gets a knock. You only got a knock here in this situation. Well, if we open up the map, we see a lot of teams still across the zones. And General actually might beat Victor Cook. Victor Cook finishes that. Well, knocks Armands out.
Yeah.
Let's see if General succeeds off picking Armands up. She has some cover there. And, well, Team Division is trying to land some shots onto them, but nothing is going to hit.
I think they don't have the angle for that.
Yeah, I don't think, because it's, like I said, a lot of low, high grounds in this map. And this is really good for them.
And as well, while these fights were happening, SC Pirmais eSports got knocked out from the game as well with a good nades from the Team 17 Atorpus.
Well, I'm looking at the Sexton, right, who's actually finding Skelly from Team Atorpus, and Sexton finds Marks as well. Our
good
hero
flick.
of last game. Nice flick there. 2 kills going their way.
So
and
that means
I think there's only one member. Oh, actually, no, 2 members. Gocha and Andamski, both still alive against 3 members.
And they are a bit further
not
away.
a lot of teams with a full 4-man lineup right now. If we have a look at survivors here, so you can have a look. So that's only Praise the Lord with full 4-man lineup. Everybody else are 3 or less people.
Really interesting what they're gonna be doing in a late game, as they have the zone not in their favor. In the middle of the zone, we have the Abate Academy with 2 members there, with the Mr. Knight and X-Chris going for those points as well. In the 9th place, we have Nordic Goblins, and
well, Gocha is playing pretty aggressive. He's
gonna find them.
He's gonna find somebody. Yeah, right.
This is the moment where he's gonna find some bullets in his head.
He's like, I'm expecting from him to see some nice aiming.
Oh.
He did see that.
That looked like a head. That wasn't a head.
Let's see if Fons has to hear these steps.
Yeah, he's staying still, and the surprise is gonna be there. And
that's it. That Fons gets a easy kill on Gocha. So that's only one member of Team Athrops left.
One would say, Gotch. Yeah.
Yeah, Gotch. Gotch. Unfortunate, but he goes down. With these shots going down, X-Chris and Mr. Knights actually, I think, heard these shots going off. And it doesn't seem like they are afraid to actually push closer to this team.
Yeah, they're walking
Goblins.
really freely around those grounds.
Well, they know they have a high ground as well at this point.
Ooh,
And see,
X-Chris
it's actually nice nade, but
go?
that doesn't go all the way. Well, where it should go. Where he's expecting it to go.
Unfortunately.
Well, he actually almost gets the kill on Fons with this nade, with the second nade.
Really good, well put bullets down by Armands. He gets down Alchemist. He put 1 bullet straight in the head, 1 to the body, and finishes out the Alchemist.
One member left of Team Division, and guess who's that?
Team Flabber.
Team Flabber, indeed.
I think he has to change the name and add like a team prefix to his name, so everyone knows that he's a solo player.
Well, let's see what the Damski does in this situation. He knows he's all by himself.
One by one.
Damski, and looks like he's going to meet Flabber in a second right now.
And Flabber is being
because
tagged by Armands
both
in
of them
general.
have to move out from this zone. The zone is already moving. It's only 1 minute left until the zone reaches its end. Well,
But he still has the car. Like, if he needs so, he can turn out with the car and get in the better position and then use the car for the cover.
It looks like he's actually going to do so. Yeah, it does. It does look like he's... The one problem is this car doesn't have a roof, so if somebody sprays... Yeah, but this is exactly what happens. Adamski is shooting at Flabber's car. Let's see if he actually manages to get any shots. He does get one hit.
A little bit of damage is done, but the car is almost to be blown over. Half of the HP for the car.
Nice jump out.
Flabber gets out, and he's in the clear. He's going to be staying in those little houses.
He actually drove next to Nordic Goblins, but because Nordic Goblins are actually only 2 of them left,
right now, we have a different fight from the other side of the map. The Garlicola is fighting the Praise the Lord. 2 members are knocked down as the Garlicola is trying to find some more and finishes up the Hanky, finishes up the Patrick the Lord.
Yeah, and then Spyro actually from Team P9 connects as well onto Ruby as well.
And that means the Spyro gets a little bit of taste of that action as well.
That's only a knock, but I think that he's gonna finish it up. There's only 6 one left in this situation, so that's not a place we talked that only 4 members of Praise the Lord are alive. The Spyro finishing up his kill. team. Actually, Sick One gets the kill
One.
on Alus, and Donsis doesn't allow him to finish it
It
up.
looked.
But I think Spyro knows that there was a fight going on, so it seems like General is going head first as well. He heard these shots, and let's see if these guys know a little bit more to the right, General, and you should be on point there. But he manages to get this teammate up because they know there was a fight going on. They will try to get these easy kills because, you know, well,
Yeah.
easy kills.
And as well, on the other side of the map, we can see the Vicious still living
Well, I'm
for
expecting
the
General to
legend.
find these. Yeah, Don's
Spyro
already has
gets
been
one.
fined. That's General, and that's team number 7.
The
The team Garlic
Armands-
Cola
Yeah,
is
the
out.
Armands finds the last kill as well from the Garlic Cola. So that means we are turning really close to the 23rd minute of the game. So that is the phase 6 slowly coming in few minutes. We have 7 teams alive. 13 members on the map as we look at the new drop.
I'm looking right now.
MK14
It's-
with the gear.
I'm not really, you know, looking at the drops anymore at this point of the game. 23 minutes in, 13 alive, 7 teams in. Funz and his teammate Mafu from Nordic Goblins do know that Flab arrived somewhere close here, but he actually received some really, really hard shots from X-Chris, who has a high ground on them.
Really, really hard
Well, let's see
shots
what
indeed.
Flabber decides to do in this situation. He definitely hear these shots, and he definitely hear them
But
connect.
he's in the zone. He doesn't have to
He
move.
does, but he, you know, there's people, look how close they are to him.
But no one knows that he's there. Like, if he
They
stays...
should know. They know.
They should.
Mafu heard the car coming
Yeah.
over. He was running towards it, but he decided not to go for it because he didn't know how many people arrived there.
They should.
They
Do
should.
they?
Let's think they are smart. Let's think they are smart. Adamski actually tries to get some kills onto the Mafu and Nordic Goblins, but Mafu comes up on top with that M24.
And right now, look at that position of the P9. They're moving as a
P9,
unit,
yeah,
three
but they're
together.
moving as a unit and really, really aggressive, trying to find some more kills. I do love to see this from my boys P9 here. Really, really well played by them. All this game, all these games, maybe a bit unfortunate with some of the zones, but all together they have high ground here, as we can see. They know that there's nobody behind them. They are in the middle of the zone, so let's see if this works out for them. I'm waiting for them to see them all together. Well, the only person that I'm still surprised to see alive is this guy. See, Vicious alive, man.
Yeah, well, he's taking his time. He's sitting down in the trenches and waiting out. That's the
And
name.
Flabber, that's the general. That's the general. And Flabber actually heard that general got a knock on Mafu,
Yep.
and he heard that guy basically went down next to him, and that Funz went straight into his trap.
And
That's
Flabber
Flabber.
gets the second kill for his team and another position
Well,
point
another position
upcoming
point.
for them as well. And really interesting as well that we have a Flabber alone living and Vicious alone living. So there's a lot of action coming in.
None full teams left. So there's
Yep.
only 3 members of team Cable Knights, 3 members team of P9, 3 members of Beta Academy. Sorry, 2 members of Beta Academy, and then
Yep.
1 division and 1 from team.
A lot of things can happen on this map right now. We have a good shooters out there. We have the as you said, Bait Academy. We have the P9 there as well. And
Well,
in the middle of everything, we have
I'm
Team
thinking
Flabber
what
and
is
Vicious
gonna
as
do.
well.
Well, he's all by himself. Actually, I'm pretty sure that the P9 are not aware that he is in this position where he is right now. But General should find some people right now onto the team 14, which is Cable Knights. She sees ahead, and he
Oh,
unfortunately
misses.
but misses it.
I have seen him hit those.
Yeah, definitely. But let's have a look what Sexton decides to do. I'm not sure if he's gonna play the
Sneaky,
sneaky play.
like.
He's just waiting, I think, for General to come closer. He actually is coming closer. See, that's Extra's getting a clear on Flabber, so that's Team Flabber
And
going down
headshot.
at place number 5.
General's going down.
And yeah,
Yep.
he didn't check. He didn't check that angle, so that's an easy kill on Sexton. Unfortunate for General in this situation. I think that guys won't let this death go easily.
This is one of
Armand
those
Spyro.
moments when you smash the desk.
Oh yeah,
For
definitely.
the
I
General.
would be pissed. I would be pissed in this
Yeah.
situation where General was right now. But it's his own fault at this point. He didn't check it. You
Yep.
saw he was so concentrated, the guy at the rock here, that he didn't check anybody because there's still people, you know, could be here. And well, I'm still well, this one guy.
Yeah, this
Just
one guy.
One guy.
A little rattlesnake
But you know,
outside.
he rotated all the way down from where he was with
El-
Montenuvo that he
Yeah.
started to rotate it. He did rotate
alive.
outside the blue
And
zone.
looks like
look,
he will be able to get the Spyro if he shoots.
well, let's see. Let's see what happens. I think
The
he's playing for
zones.
position. He's not peeking anything that he shouldn't peek.
Yeah.
The sliding down strategy works for them, and I'm pretty sure that Team P9 is not aware that there could be one guy behind them.
Zone shifting just in a few seconds. Let's see if Vicious gets lucky.
And it looks like it's Bait Academy that are lucky with this zone right now.
I want to ask Clotil later on how much he paid for the
zone to shift
for the zone
them.
to shift in that way.
But this has actually got the skill on Flabber. He know where he was, and well, Armand's actually maybe would be able to find some kills onto them, but well,
yep.
They're playing safe now. You can see when they were 3 alive, they were playing so much more aggressive. Right now, it's switched. And I'm not sure if they should be switching this, you know, this...
A lot of things can happen in this last battles that we are having. And it's just Sexton with 2 of his teammates, Hitas and Shinas, alive. And we have the P9 with 2 members alive. Vicious still sitting somewhere.
Vicious
and
is
Bait
actually,
Academy
let's see. Vicious decides to shoot these guys from P9. This is the issue. You always have to be aware, at least check it once. I haven't never seen that these guys turn around and check their back. Spyro is so concentrated on stuff that's going on in front of him.
And he's not
very,
shooting like this.
Interested.
Like this is the way. Like if he's not shooting, he's
let's see
he's losing a kill.
Actually, and I think he finally decides. Yes, he finally decides to try to take some shots onto.
One more kill for Vicious.
Well, that's Armand's left all by himself.
Another moment to slam the desk for this unfortunate game for P9. Well, there are 3 teams left.
Well, but the team member pushing Armand's all by himself, and that's Team P9 goes out in place number 3.
So this is it. 2 versus 3. We have the Bait Academy versus the Cable Knights. They are 3 versus 2 in this moment. The zone is as it is. We're gonna have the last figure of the zone in last 2, 3, 1 second.
Can you imagine? It's been 8 games and P9 still doesn't have a win.
Yep, I can imagine because I'm looking at that.
But it looks like Ixus actually finds a kill through his smoke on Hitter, so that's a situation 2 versus 2. That's not bad at all. That spray looks really, really hot from X-Trace. He knows how to shoot that weapon.
Mr. Knight's trying to shoot through the smoke as well and try to find
only thing that has to be a bit
slow and steady. Just tap,
my God!
Tap,
they basically just knocked them the hell out.
That is it.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's what up. Yeah, that is it
well
for
played.
the Bait Academy. They take the last victory as well of today, and
I think they'll be happy with the performance that they did today. Unfortunately, the 3rd game, maybe not the best.
I think not only they gonna be happy, but their managers or sponsors, they have some. Like, imagine if they are sponsored by some fishing shop, you know, the bait shop. Hooks for everyone.
Wow. Discounts with a code Bait Academy. But if we go throughout the standings of the game number 4, Bait Academy, number 1 again with 6 kills in total.
Yep.
Definitely a better performance than the game number 3. Then we have team of Sexton, Oceanus, Tiras and Coffeinas. They were actually, I was hoping for them to win this.
Well, they showed a really good performance. The Cable Knights came out and tried to do all the good stuff, but unfortunately that didn't work out for them in the highest.
Well, in place number 3, we do have P9. Again, top 3
finish. Slowly.
Top 3 finish. They're climbing their ladder. Obviously, a lot more kills in this week. So that's 11 kills in total. Unfortunate things happening for them. I would say unfortunate things happening for them. And then place a number 4, Vicious, that went out, took out the whole team of Figure 05, came back, and then finished 4th. Great play by him.
Exactly.
Then
and
if we finish up with the top 5, Team Flabber.
Yes, and that's what we were talking about in the mid game, where Flabber lost all his teammates, and in that moment it's like, oh, we have to do it again.
These guys have to put him a beer after today, definitely.
They have to somehow do something to him because he carried the hell out of that
2 games in a row.
Yeah. And if that would be like once in a week or once in a whole season, that would be all right. But twice
definitely
in a row?
Definitely showing off and putting up a noticeable
like for the
performance.
next week, he has to take a break and let all his team to struggle alone without him and try to perform and gather some points. But I think that
I'm not thinking that's gonna happen because they are still. If we maybe we'll have a scores in a couple of minutes. I think maybe they're already in. Maybe they are
I
not.
think there is no minutes needed. They are
They
there.
are
And
in. Yeah, they are indeed. Here we have a look after 8 games in total. So that's 2 weeks already in BSL Season 3.
that's it. Those are the first 8 games that happened. And
Indeed.
after those 8 games, as you just said, Bait Academy
Academy.
is there with 117 points. They were the first ones to break the 100, and still no one have approached.
Definitely running
that.
away from everybody else. Looks like it's already a 37-point advantage, which is a lot. It's a lot.
Yep.
If we have a look between other teams, there's like 10 points between like 5, 6 places. 37 points. That's something you need to catch up
That's
fast.
a lot of points.
You need to catch up fast with that. You don't want to let them run away in a next weeks.
In the second position, sorry to
Yep.
interrupt you, we have Division with 80 points. Division, aka the team Flabber. He carried his team in the second position. In the third position, we have the P9
Well,
with
from
72
going from
points.
place number 13 to go into place number 3 with a
From
pretty
nothing
nice.
to something. Now they are showing out that they are able to fight these fights out, get the kills down, and the position themselves in the third place after the week number 2. In the
Well-
fourth position, by surprise, we have the Nordic Goblins with 57 points, and in the fifth shifted we have
Definitely
SC
not the
Esports.
best week for SC Pyramids. I
No,
think they will
no,
not be
no.
happy after this week.
They're following the CS:GO team.
Well, hopefully not. We have still a
Only.
lot of weeks, so SC Pyramids, I'm waiting for you guys to put up a good performance there. And
But
then
now let's look at what everyone wanted to see. That is the other side of the bracket. We have the Totally Spies in the last position. Woo! By
he's happy. I'm not, guys. You
by
need to step up.
9.
You need to step it
points.
up. You need
By
to step it up.
They're
I'm
still there by
expecting
9 points, and that Apostle is in the
15,
second
15.
last position. This
So,
is the battle of the
I
gladiators.
think it's battle between us now, more than it's battle
Yeah.
between them.
You know what? If we like the team that wins us the challenge, should we should do something to them as well. If they are the last, we have to make some
We'll make
gathering
sure.
or whatever.
We'll make sure we'll do
like
something for
invite
them.
them to the Go Exanimo if
Definitely.
they are in the age to maybe drink
Definitely.
or to play some board games or whatever we can.
We can figure that out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And right now we have Cloudtail there in the other end of our headphones. Are you there? Hello, New York,
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York.
I'm here.
Hello, Mr. Cloudtail.
So how are we feeling after the week number 2 in the first position of BSL?
We're feeling good. We're feeling confident. We're just mainly playing for fun, trying to get some kills.
It works out well for you, doesn't it?
Yup.
How do you? What happened in game number 3, Cloudtail? Tell me. What happened there?
So I tagged the guys that were in the chopsticks like 4 or 5 times with my K9, so we knew they didn't have vests, so we pushed them. But we called out smokes after I got knocked, and Ray had a nade equipped instead of a smoke.
All
and
right,
he,
well, that's
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
expected for that to
Rest.
be the case.
That's the old joke with the nade and smoke. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
help you, and then you see that's a nade.
Then you run away.
I've done that in a Pro League qualifier, so I know the feeling.
It
So-
it feels alright, right?
It feels
Yeah.
hard, but that game wasn't the best for you. But all the rest of the games, you did pretty well, guys. Well played.
I wanted to know, Cloudtail, what is the most surprising team what we have in the BSL Pro League right now? Not talking about you, of course, but what is else there that surprised you with the performance or some tactics or whatever that caught you out guard?
I don't really know. I was expecting more teams to be higher. Like I talked about the point gap that we will clearly see, like the top 5, 6
Yeah.
go away from everyone else, but the points are quite equal. I was hoping the SC Pyramids eSports
Yeah.
were gonna do. I was thinking they would do better,
Oh,
and
Well, that was we
I
just talked
expected
about
Division
that.
and P9 to be there.
all right.
Well, yeah, the place where they are pretty
And
much.
what do you think? Are the P9 the rivals for you?
Nah, I don't think anyone's gonna be in
Oh,
the rivals for
that-
us.
Oh, so
That's
confidence.
that's a cocky and confident answer from you. That's what I liked about it. Well, see you in the next week as well. Thank you for joining in for
Yeah,
this
thank you
little
for having me.
interview and talk.